What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into Centex Sports Network. I am your host, Jalen. Gillis, here live at Friday Night Flex. As you guys can see, we are on the road here today in Marlin, Texas. It is their homecoming as Marlin is getting ready to take on Bruceville Eddy at 7:30 p.m. tonight. I got the full crew with me here. To my left, the WISD Hall of Famer, Mr. Wayne Walker, in the building with us. To his left, we got the most famous man in Waco, Mr. Rocky Miller, in the building. We got on the road, fellas, and we met down here in Marlin. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we here, man. We in Falls County,
Texas.
Here,
the Bulldogs at a very, very nice facility, I must say. They've redone the press box and their home field and all that, man. Marlin got it going on here now. Just need to get that W on the field tonight as they're playing against Bruceville Eddy. Marlin looking for the first win of the season here tonight on homecoming. Folks, we want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here on Friday Night Flex. If you're watching with us on YouTube, as always, hit that subscribe button, like and share the stream. Let everybody know we got Friday Night Flex still going, just live in Marlin here today. Like I said, the homecoming celebration, you're going to see they're coming to the homecoming quarter come out here in just a second. I'm sure we'll get the band on the field in just a second. The fellas are warming up, both teams warming up on the field. Fellas, I got to start with this, asking you guys, because y'all played in multiple homecomings, Wayne, on the collegiate level and in the high school level. What do you always think of when you think of homecoming and going out there and playing on that field?
Man, it's a lot of excitement. You got former students coming back to see the students that are there now play football. So you want to play for your team. You know, you want to play for your community. You want to play for your school. One of the biggest misconception is about homecoming.
Yeah.
You have to win homecoming. You can't lose your homecoming. If you lose your homecoming, and most of the time you're going to play a team that you can beat. So they make it easy. So if I'm going to put a team on my schedule, it's going to be a team that I can beat on my homecoming. So
yeah. So they lining them up on homecoming. What you saying?
Yeah. They lining them up on homecoming. But it's exciting.
Let me ask you this here, Walker. How many times in your career were those Jefferson Moore Mighty Lions scheduled as the homecoming opponent?
How many times were we scheduled as a homecoming? Oh, I don't know, not many. We were winning most of it. They knew what it was, but it's an exciting time, man. I mean, for everybody, for the student body, for the drill team, cheerleaders, and most of all the football team. So I mean, you get excited about this time of year. And I forgot to leave out the band too. I left out the band.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can get them to holler at us at some point here tonight.
Exactly.
Show them a little something. Rock, what homecoming philosophies do you have for us, or memories you got for us?
I was raised under the tutelage of Coach Johnny Tusa.
Yeah, the great.
And Coach Johnny Tusa's philosophy: homecoming is for everybody else. You know what I mean? It's not for the football team. You know what I mean? Everybody else get to celebrate homecoming. As a football player, you have to focus on the game, right? Because everybody else is going to have a good time regardless. But you, as the football team, you're required to go there and perform and get your school a win. And you can actually spoil homecoming if you end up losing the game. So Coach Tusa always made sure that we were focused and handling our business. Matter of fact, Coach Tusa say he'd rather have a bye on homecoming if he could.
Well, Coach Tusa all business.
So
man.
let me ask you this: have you ever lost homecoming?
No, we tied one year.
Oh, wow.
We tied. But again, I played in a district where there wasn't no cakewalks, Coach. Wasn't no cakewalks. So when you don't have cakewalks, we played Ellison. I want to say not Ellison, but Clean High came in our senior year. And we got caught up in distractions, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, you can't even go to the homecoming dance, man, if you tie or you lose.
And we didn't. But that's the last time we had equal or less points.
The homecoming.
Hey, man, y'all playing Kirk Wilson.
Okay. Maybe it was Midway or somebody like that. Connally.
And so that was.
So you don't get to go to the dance.
No.
Part of that.
know as far as homecoming, high school football, what do you think, Marlin, some of the things you guys have to do? You already talked about blocking out distractions. I think that's number one. But what are some of the things Marlin has to do to come out here and be
First thing, you want to protect the football. You're not fighting any elements. You want to protect the football. Game. And then last but not least, you want to make sure your team, the visiting team, scores less points than you.
Great. It's good advice.
That's that deep analysis that you only get on Friday Night Flex. But no, man, you bring a struggling team. Marlin is struggling, but they brought a struggling team in. Bruce Vega. I think they have one win. Marlin has no wins, right? I think you can understand their team is coming in here with hope. You know what I mean? This team has already been beat 5 times this year, 4 or 5 times. You come in with hope, and that's what you want. Anything on homecoming, you want hope, and then you want to hope that the guys, as coaching staff, you want to hope that the guys are focused, paying attention to detail, so they can execute the game plan, minimize mistakes, and come out with a victory. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. But make sure, by any means necessary, make sure that your opponents have less points than you do.
Hey, like you said, that's that astute analysis. You only get here on Friday Night Flex. Go ahead, Wayne.
Well, after playing a game last week that they almost won, they lost in overtime, you have to refocus, and you get to come back home. And one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to lose on your home turf. So you come and defend your home, and like you say, I get wrapped up in homecoming because I see grandmothers, I see people coming home that hadn't been home in over a year or so. So you get wrapped up in that, man, and take in the excitement, and then you go out and play your hardest, and hey, we're trying to get a win this weekend.
Yeah, definitely, man. These guys are going to come out focused here today. As you said, you're going to look up in the stands, you're going to see aunties, cousins, grandmas, brothers, sisters, everybody up there. But you got to keep the main thing, and that's coming out here and getting a victory. Like I said, here live in Marlin, Texas, they're going to kick off at 7:30 tonight. But fellas, there's some other games going on here tonight. I want to look at a few of these games on the high school slate that we have lined up. A couple of teams have a bye, but in 6A, Temple will be playing against Killeen. I got Temple winning in that game. Killeen still looking for their first win of the season. University, the Trojans are coming in 3-3. They're 1-0 in district. More importantly, they had a phenomenal start to their district start last week against Brian Rudder. The quarterback, Savoy Nichols, threw for 400 yards, 7 touchdowns in that game. They come back against a Belton squad that's also 500 on the season, but just like University, they're 1-0, and they expect to come in and try to get a victory in a very, very competitive district there in District 10 in 5A Division 2. The U-Dogs playing at home against a Belton team. What do you guys think about this matchup here tonight with University versus Belton? University coming off of a beating somebody down the week before that, so they still have all that momentum going with them coming into this game against Belton. Wayne, you said you got to see some of that game last week. What do you think about the U-Dogs this week against Belton?
Man, I think they're on pace, man, to do some great things. I mean, it sort of started off slow, but I think they picked up the pace. You know, with a lot of expectations coming into this season, then you go out and then you lose a game, and then you don't meet those expectations, then you have to refocus and get yourself together, and I think they've done that. And like I said, preseason doesn't prove anything. It's the district games that prove. So now you refocus for district, and that's what you win. You win district to move on. So I think they'll take care of their business tonight. I gave the analogy about the bull last week, and I don't think Belton has played anybody. So again, it's like riding that mechanical bull. Tonight they get to ride the real thing. So we'll see what happens.
When I think about University this season, this particular season, they've been really up and down. They've been really up and down, not only from game to game, but when I saw them, it was series to series. You know what I mean? Last week, Waco, you expressed that they had a level of consistency on the offense that they were able to execute and sustain over the course of the whole game. Thus, it turned out very favorable for them. What I'm looking for is, can University led by Coach Charles Foster continue with that level of consistency by those players that they have? They've had some injuries, some significant injuries that kind of may have led to that up and down performance that they've had all year. But you're in district now. You get to ride the real bull. Yeah. And their first ride, they rode for 8 seconds. and they put down on bodacious. But now this is high school football. Every Friday there's a new bull.
Well, it is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I think University will go out and take care of business, and they're at home, So like I said, when you're at home, you got to defend your home turf, and I think they'll go out and do that tonight.
Yeah, I think the biggest point Rocky brought up was that consistency, man. We saw a lot of inconsistency from University to start the season, but like you said, injuries played a part in that. Wayne just alluded to them playing at home. They were on the road the first 4 games of their season, so that's always tough when you're trying to get your new season started. But I expect the U-Dogs to get a win tonight. They're playing at home against Belton. That game at 7 o'clock. Rocky, your Lions, man, the Waco High Lions play against Colleen Ellison, who's also looking for their first win in district. They're 2-4 in the season. So I see this as a optimistic point for Waco High to say, hey, you're playing a team that's struggling. You got to try to come in.
The game of the week? Is it the game of the week?
In North Waco, yes. Game of the week.
So here's the deal. You guys are making fun of my alma mater.
Nah.
And
we wouldn't do that.
I understand. Yeah, right. But here's the deal. They're looking for their first victory. And again, they get another opportunity to get on that bull and ride it. What they want to do now is they want to attack that bull. They don't. You're late. You're late in the season. You're coming down the home stretch. As you pointed out, they're winless, but it's the opportunities for them to get their first win are dwindling week after week. You have to come in aggressive in this game and throw caution to the wind. And do everything you can to get a victory. You got to. I'm talking flea flickers, double reverses. I'm talking blitzes. I'm talking. You got to. Coach Martinez and his team has to completely sell out for a victory, especially against a team that's also winless. Right? They cannot be passive. They have to be ultra aggressive. And I look for my Lions to come out with a victory tonight. I'm gonna be monitoring the score of that game the entire night, and I expect Coach Martinez and the Waco High Lions to get their first victory in district play.
Hey man, they should have had you come do the pregame speech, man. He got them ready to go, Wayne. He got them ready to go.
He got me fired up.
Yeah. Hey, did y'all play at Leo Buckley, man? Every game we played in Killeen was at Leo Buckley Stadium. Was that the same stadium y'all played in as well?
Well, they only had one stadium for Killeen at that time.
Leo. I think it's the same now. I think a couple of teams got their own stadium. Killeen High and Cove got their own, but everybody else still plays at Leo Buckley right now. So I'm wondering if y'all still got to the great Leo Buckley. That's what it seemed like we played every game there.
We played at the Buck, and it was never an easy time at the Buck.
No, man.
Here's the deal. No matter how well each team is doing it in Killeen, they're going to have fan participation. Like, they're going to have a fan base there.
For all their schools.
For all their schools. And that's one thing I really admire about the Killeen, Harker Heights, and Copperas Cove area. They travel well, and they show up at the Buck.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, they show
rowdy fans.
Yeah, definitely some rowdy fans out there in Killeen, man. So that'll be a good one. Waco High tonight. Rocky said they're getting their first win of the season tonight at 7 o'clock in Leo Buckley Stadium. The La Vega Pirates coming off a state runner-up year. They're 4-2 now on the season, 1-0 in district. More importantly, they take on a very familiar foe tonight in the China Spring Cougars. China Spring came in struggling in pre-district, but as both of these guys have alluded to, pre-district is not what it's about. It's about district play. China Spring in district play, 1-0 against the Cadets. Got what some people thought an upset win because China Spring was struggling this season, but you can't count that Cougar team out at any point. They got championship DNA all through that organization. They're playing against La Vega tonight in China Spring. Fellas, what do we think about this old-time matchup between China Spring and La Vega going on tonight?
Well, I'm gonna give La Vega one up on this one. I mean, that the team speed and what I've seen out of both teams, and we monitor every week these teams, and the difference between La Vega and the difference between China Springs is team speed and defense. La Vega has a defense and they got team speed on offense. I think they'll exploit China Springs with their speed, and I think they'll come out on top tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you, Walker. Here's the deal. China Springs they're a feisty bunch.
Yeah.
Especially over at China Springs Stadium. But as Wayne alluded to, there's just going to be too much speed, too much talent on the field for them to hold on for the entirety of the game. I fully expect this game to be competitive early, but as the longer this game goes, the depth, speed, and physicality of La Vega will eventually take over, and they'll win by a couple touchdowns. But I wouldn't be surprised if going into half, this is a one-score game.
No doubt.
Yeah. When you put those two teams on the field with each other, it's going to be competitive. I'm like you guys. I think in that first half, it'll be very competitive. As you said, they're going to be scrappy at home. They're going to have that home crowd going. They do the thing where they turn the lights on and off, all of that going for them. But by the time they get into the second half, too much Jabari Thornton, too much Courtney Parr, in my opinion.
You brought up another point. I believe that China Spring is also one of those places that if you have to adjust to the environment.
You do, absolutely.
You have to adjust to the environment, and once you adjust to the environment, then you can begin to play the game. But that environment is a shock.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places that you go to that's going to be sold out. There's going to be standing room only, and you know that's what this game is going to be. Your people are going to be relegated to one small area over on the visitor side of the field. The entire stadium, La Vega's going to be outnumbered. But once they settle into the environment, I expect La Vega to dominate.
Yeah, I fully expect La Vega to be able to come out with a victory in that game tonight. That's at 7 o'clock. Staying right there in District 12 and 4A Division 2, the Connally Cadets versus the Robinson Rockets. This is a very interesting matchup to me, fellas. The Connally team is struggling so far this year, 2-4, 0-1 in district play. But we know they've got a super talented team. They've got a new quarterback that's been doing his thing there. They've got the highest rated prospect in Waco and Jamari and Vincent on their team, and a multitude of other guys that can go out there and play. But they're playing against a high-powered Robinson offense with Bryce McCurdy out there, with Evan Marino, who's coming off a game where he rushed for over 200 yards against Lorena last week. He's still the leading rusher in Central Texas by a few hundred yards. And then Dylan Medlock on there on the outside as well. Playing against, this is one of the first time Connally will play against a team that's just as talented as them. I know they've played some teams and lost to some teams that aren't as talented as them. They might be a better team. But talent-wise, they're going to be matched talent for talent tonight in Robinson. Wacky, what do you think about this game?
So this is one of those games where let's be honest. China Spring and Connally had a pillow fight last night.
Last week.
You know what I mean? When you look at the number, just the sheer number of points that were scored last week, I'm saying this. Connally can't get in a pillow fight with Robinson because Robinson can match them score for score, blow for blow. Connally's going to have to stand up and show some resistance on defense in order for this game to be competitive. If they don't show resistance on defense and they come out with a pillow, if they have another pillow fight, it could end up much worse than it did last week, in my opinion. Yes. What do you guys think?
Well, with me, I'm just thinking Robinson is going to just control the game. They're going to control the ball. They're going to do what they do. That's run the ball. And that's going to put too much pressure on Connally.
So you saying they're going to be fighting with pillars and Robinson's going to be punching?
I mean, it's
that's not
like,
exactly a pillar fight, Walker.
That's not. Yeah, you said a pillar fight.
Yeah.
You know, I just said a whooping.
Yeah.
I mean, because I just think Robinson is going to do what they do. They run the ball. They got the best running back in Central Texas, to me, one of the best running backs. I won't say the best, but one of the best running backs in Central Texas. And they're going to give him the ball. They're going to control the clock, but they're going to keep the ball out of Connally's hands. I think just like all of these district games, they'll start off close in the first half, and then in the second half, you make adjustments and things will take off. And I pick Robinson to win this game. So
yeah, I'm like you guys. I think Robinson will have the leg up in this one. Connally's got to come right out from the gate and try to get their offense going. If not, this could be a blowout and quick. As Rocky said, this game could get away because Robinson will put points up, and if they get a 14-point lead and start giving the ball to Evan Marino, that's going to be a good night for the Connally Cadets, man. So I like Robinson in this game. They're playing at home, 5-1 on the season. So they've been doing their thing so far. Staying right there in the same district, this is an interesting matchup as well. Gatesville versus Lorena. Gatesville 5-1 on the season, but as Rocky and Wayne kind of alluded to last week, they hadn't really rode the bull. Well, last week they rode the bull, and Bodacious got the better of them when they played in Vega.
Yeah.
But they're playing against the Lorena team that's 2-4. Some will say they're struggling, but their offense leads in every category in Central Texas. They've got their quarterback's got the most passing yards. Brody DeLeon, their running back, is top 3 in yards. Carson Miller is number 1 in receiving yards on the season. So when you're playing against an offense like that at home, even though Gatesville is 5-1, they're going to get tested here tonight. I'm actually going to pick an upset here tonight. I'm taking the Lorena in this game, playing at home against Gatesville. That offense hasn't been right since Gary Keaton has gotten hurt for Gatesville, their quarterback. Offense just hasn't looked right so far. I think Lorena can get an upset. What do you guys think about Lorena versus Gatesville tonight?
Man, that's probably the toughest game to pick out all of these games this weekend in that district. You know, like you say, you got an injured quarterback, and that's the leader, the point guard of your football team. So I think Gatesville is going to have to find ways to score, and then you're coming off a disappointing loss where you were 5-0, and you come in and you play a La Vega team, and you take your first defeat of the year. So they're going to really have to change some things. I'm going to take Lorena in this one as well. I just think that the loss of your quarterback will be too much for you to overcome.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you guys on this one. 2 things. Loss of your quarterback, and then you're going to be the visitor in this game. You're going to travel to Lorena and Lorena's playing on their home turf. I think they have enough offensively to pull this out, and I think with Gatesville struggling without their starting quarterback, I think this game sets up really well for Lorena to get a victory, and I expect them to win at home.
Yeah, Lorena will be able to get a chance to get their first win in district, a much-needed win, because even though they're 2-4, that pre-district schedule doesn't matter. If they can come out and get a win against a good Gatesville team, that'll give them a leg up in this district play coming up. Fellas, we got the band getting ready to come by us here in just a second, getting this Marlin crowd nice and hyped up. Rock, you've been to a few HBCU games, so you're used to seeing the drum majors and all that coming out here.
And they purple and gold, so purple and gold.
Don't get PV started in our comments, man.
Now, this week is Southern's homecoming, which is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. For you, don't know where that is. Some say that's the best band in the land. And what Marlin's coming through here with the horns and the drums, and they're ready to really put a show on. The CEO is also, he's an HBCU graduate. I see him he really into the band. And you being a musician, I'm sure you can appreciate what they have going on here at Marlin right now.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Anytime especially seeing these kids getting out here and doing something positive, man. It's always fun to see them. And they got their walk on and everything, man. Marlin doing their thing out here for homecoming.
Expect to see. Drilled.
Yeah. They got
myself.
they got it going on tonight. There's a couple other games I want to look at, fellas. We're getting ready to go to our favorite segment that we do here on Centex on Friday Night Flex, and that's the food segment. But I just want to go through the rest of these games here and let everybody know who's playing tonight. Mahia playing at West, 7:30 tonight in West. Expect West to get a win out there. And that one, Maypearl versus Whitney. Whitney off to a great start, 1-0 in district play. Expect them to get a win tonight. Grosbeck versus Grandview coming on at 7 o'clock. Huntington playing Fairfield, an undefeated Fairfield team, at 7. Teague versus Crockett going on tonight. Both teams 500 on the season. Cameron Yo versus Troy coming on at 7:30. McGregor is taking on Rockdale at 7:30 at Rockdale. Early taking on Clifton, a 5-1 Clifton team has been playing great. Bellinger and Hamilton face off in Hamilton at 7 o'clock. Italy versus Axtell. Axtell 5-1 undefeated in district play. They'll play in Axtell tonight at 7 o'clock. Rio Vista versus Bosqueville should be a great one tonight. Rio Vista 4-1. Bosqueville 6-1. Valley Mills taking on a winning Itasca team. 7 in Gold Wave. Frost versus Chilton, one of the games of the week for sure. Frost 5-1, Chilton undefeated on the season. That game starting at 7 o'clock. Mart versus Hubbard, going on in Hubbard, Texas, going on at 7 o'clock. Wortham and Meridian will play in Meridian, Texas. We get to the 6-man and lower level footballs. Abbott and Coolidge play in Coolidge. Aquila, undefeated, playing in Golson, Texas tonight at 7:30. Copperhill and Three-Way play at 7 o'clock. And then Marlin and Avant will play at 7 o'clock tonight, folks. So that's the big slate of games we got going on here for tonight. But we've got the most important segment here today, fellas. That is the food segment. And we've got something going on here. Rocky, give us a little bit of the read off of what they got going on tonight.
You know, when you come to Marlin, there's only one place to really...
One stop.
Only one stop. It's the Wagon Rib and Wing Drive-Thru. Right on the corner of Highway 6 and Highway 7. You can't miss it. It's the Wagon. And we have some delightful...
Delightful. The short rib.
Delectable.
Yeah.
Delicious. We got fried chicken here, and we also have a gourmet item, a delicacy, in my opinion, which is fried rib.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Now, I know you guys who are listening, probably up north in Montana or Wyoming, Wisconsin, y'all don't know nothing about fried rib. But fried rib is a delicacy here in Texas. So I'm going to go in. We got chicken and ribs here. I got to go in for the ribs first.
Yeah,
right?
Hey, you can't go to the Wagon without hitting the short ribs, man. As we got CEO bringing us napkins up here to dive right in, man. You can't go to Marlin without visiting the Wagon, and you can't visit the Wagon without hitting them short ribs, man. I've had them a couple of times, but I'm gonna let you guys jump in there first and see what you think. I don't know if you guys have had the Wagon before, but I'm well versed in these short ribs they got.
All right, I think I see one that's calling my name right here.
Yeah.
Look at that, right?
Let them know what that's hitting on, right?
Okay.
What that's hitting on. I'm gonna grab one out myself.
Okay, y'all eating fried rib?
Yeah. We're gonna try the fried rib out first.
Hey, man, brother, hot sauce out there already fired.
Okay.
I'm at the fire again.
Hey, man.
Oh, man.
It's doing what it's got to do, y'all.
Let me say this. This fried rib is perfect. Let me say this.
Yeah. Give them the breakdown.
For you people that like a nice... Let me tell you this here. This is what this is.
Come on, tell us, please.
This is literally a mini pork chop.
No doubt
it's
about
it. It's like with a crispy crust, great flavor, and it's not spicy, right? And it's not, and most importantly, it's not too salty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take another go at this, and I'm gonna use a little of this.
That's the enhancer.
Hot sauce.
Put a little enhancer on there and tell them what is in on. Y'all should be used to it by now.
Grab me another one.
Well, this is a weekly segment, right? This is our weekly segment.
Weekly.
Broadcasting football games and commentating on football and eating great food.
Eating food, hey, that's the best part of it that we do here every week here on Friday Night Flex, folks. Chasing out the Wagon right here in Marlin, Texas. They doing their thing right now, y'all, for sure. This the short ribs definitely got it going. Definitely got it going. Wayne, what you think?
Man, I think it's great, man. Man, we had a heck of a sandwich on the way up here, a good barbecue sandwich.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, these ribs and
I hit the spot too.
And this chicken.
Shout out to Junebug over at
Papa Jack's
Barbecue.
Y'all went by your kinfolk.
I went by the kinfolk, man. We had a sandwich, man, but man, hey, to top it off with these fried ribs and these chicken wings, man, is absolutely wonderful, man.
Again, this is fried rib tips and fried chicken from the Wagon Rib and Wing Drive-Thru at the intersection of Highway 6 and Highway 7 in Marlin, Texas. You can stop by and pick you up some, or you can call you in an order at 254-804-9000 or 804-9000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all hit the Wagon, man. It's great food that they provided for us here today. Fellas, before we getting ready to head back up into the booth, before we do, Final words here for Marlin and Bruceville. Eddie, you see the fans are starting to come in. The music is going. You're starting to feel that electricity coming into the stadium. Give us final words of what you guys think about this game here tonight, Marlin and Bruceville. Eddie, for homecoming.
Man, I'm trying to refocus after having these reels. But what I'd like to say is Marlin is winless. They bring in an opponent that gives them a little hope. They played well last week, actually well enough to win. Unfortunately, they lost in overtime. I think Marlin pulls it out tonight and gets a homecoming victory.
Man, hey, I couldn't say it any better. I mean, what a great atmosphere for football. The fans are trickling in. It's a beautiful, beautiful night to play. And I think Marlin will come out with their first victory tonight.
Yeah, I think Marlin will be getting their first dub here tonight. It's homecoming. Everybody will be here. It's a class reunion here in Marlin. So everybody, friends and family, everybody will be here, man. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here on Friday Night Flex for this first part. We're getting ready to head up to the booth. So I got to give us a couple seconds to get up the stairs because we can't get right up the stairs. So give us a little time to get up.
If we're breathing hard when we get up there, please understand we had to go up 10 flight of stairs in order to get to the booth because they're hey man, this is not feeding the children, man. No, I'm just messing with you.
That's Carter. He just wanted to come out and grab stuff. Hey man, but Bulldogs getting their first one tonight. We're getting ready to head upstairs here on Friday Night Flex. Thanks for everybody for watching the pregame part of Friday Night Flex.
Going with us. The chicken
will go with us. It will not be for everybody here because if we leave the box, it'll be gone by halftime when we come back. So we're going to take the box with us and we're going to head upstairs to give you guys some more analysis on everything here. So stay tuned with us on Friday Night Flex.
Grab the mics, I grab the chicken.
Yeah. Sound like a plan. Stay tuned with us on Friday Night Flex. We'll be right back after this break.
All right.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and Audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com or call 254-252-4206 for a free consultation. Let's elevate your event and light up the stage.
We can't be the guys that's gonna be timid and not knowing what's going on. You play hard, you play together. I mean, that's all we ask.
This is what we all have to do.
Be locked in, focus, just be disciplined, all right?
Now I feel like Kyrie, I'ma have to take the shot. If they tryna call me dog, I gotta hit the block. Started from the bottom, but we made it to the top. And I told them time is money, that's why I don't ever stop. I got my black hoodie with a rollie on, eating pasta like Corleone. I don't got time for no fake, boy. If you got the money, gon' show me some. I got 2 whips and I'm self-paid. Never got help, bro, I'm self-made. Started from the bottom, but we made it to the top. And I told them time is money, that's why I don't ever stop. Hey, what up, say? Home up in the studio, so I'm locked in. My stock going way up, I got options. Yeah, they fine, but stop playing, you not him. Wait, the numbers going up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join the movement. Recruit 254. 254, let's run it up.
MCC has definitely benefited me most on not only what I want to do, but who I aspire to be. Expect every professor to help you become who you want to be and more. Create your own success at MCC.
My name is Tashay Sayes. I'm a music major at MCC and I'm so happy to be here. It's crazy how I got here.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and Audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com or call 254-252-4206 for a free consultation. Let's elevate your event and light up the stage.
We can't be the guys that's gonna be timid and not knowing what's going on. You play hard, you play together. I mean, that's all we ask.
This is what we all have to do.
Be locked in, focus, just be disciplined, all right?
Now I feel like Kyrie, I'ma have to take the shot. If they tryna call me dog, I gotta hit the box. Started from the bottom, but we made it to the top. And I told them time is money, that's why I don't ever stop. I got my black hoodie with a rollie on, eating pasta like Corleone. I don't got time for no fake, boy. If you got the money, gon' show me some. I got 2 whips and I'm self-paid. Never got help, bro, I'm self-made. Started from the bottom, but we made it to the top. And I told them time is money, that's why I don't ever stop. Hey, what up, say? Home up in the studio, so I'm locked in. My stock going way up, I got options. Yeah, they fine, but stop playing, you not him. Wait, the numbers going up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join the movement. Recruit 254. 254, let's run it up.
MCC has definitely benefited me most on not only what I want to do, but who I aspire to be. Expect every professor to help you become who you want to be and more. Create your own success at MCC.
My name is Tashay Sayes. I'm a music major at MCC and I'm so happy to be here. It's crazy how I got here.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com.
Hey, I'll put your thing on the deck when we get through. I'll leave the battery down here if you need to charge some more. Huh?
Captains tonight for the Bulldogs. Number 50, that's going to be George King. Number 6, Jaden Ray. Number 1, Keyshawn Massington. And number 0, Bryson Steele. And for the Eagles, number 3, that's going to be Zach Campos. Number 13, it's going to be Evan Walthrop. And number 50, that's going to be Anthony Bradley.
Okay, it is head. Okay, all right. All right, so go ahead and turn your back that way. You go ahead and turn your back that way.
Marlin on the toss. And they elected to receive. Thank you, Dr. Butler.
Let's go!
If we can all stand for a moment of silence, and then we'll go right into our national anthem. Thank you. I'd like to make a special announcement. All children and adults, please stay from under the press box. Please stay from under the press box. Stay outside of the yellow tape. Thank you. Marlin did defer.
Jamal.
Jalen will kick it off. And it's going to be caught and down right about the 40-yard line by number 11. is to number 5. That's going to be Evans, and I think he's going to be stopped short of the goal line, right about the 1-yard line. Special thanks out to Centex Live TV on YouTube for attending with us tonight. And it's going to turn over to the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. And up to Evans, and Evans is going to pick up a couple. Going to bring up a 2nd down. And up to Evans, and Evans is going to get stopped for about 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down for the Dogs.
Welcome back into Friday Night Flex here on Centex Sports Network. I am your host, Jalen Gillis, as we have transitioned up to the booth. As you guys have been seeing, Marlin right now handling business. The Bulldogs here on homecoming. Friday night lights in Marlin, Texas. Marlin handling business right now. They got the ball. They're back in the red zone. They got a 6-0 lead, and 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Fellas, we was up here doing a little bit of eating, but we was also watching these Marlin Bulldogs take care of business right now in this first quarter. What y'all think? What do y'all think so far of what we've seen from the Bulldogs?
It looks like they came in ready to play, as we have been witnessing. They've already had some guys stand out to us, to be perfectly honest with you. That and the first guy that literally jumps off the screen, I'm gonna get his name in shortly, because he really jumps off the screen as being a really special.
Bryson Maxwell Steele.
Bryson Maxwell Steele. Hey man, I know some Maxwells out of Marlin. I guarantee you he's related to them. Some of them.
They all related to each other.
Yeah.
But like Rocky alluded to, I think Marlin came out ready to play. They've been dominant this first quarter, as they've been able to move the ball, and the quite opposite for Bruceville Eddie. They haven't been able to move the ball.
Yeah, Bruceville struggling on offense right now. Bulldogs really just taking advantage of what Bruceville Eddie has given them. so far. We're going to see if they get anything going here as Bruceville Eddie has gotten the ball back. Marlin, looks like they're going to come out. There goes the board right there. Backfield making plays once again. Rock looks like a forced fumble on that play made by Bryson Maxwell Steele, man, doing his thing to open up the game. Rocky said, hey, this dude, he could play. We've seen him on both sides of the ball make a play. Got the first touchdown of the game, what Wayne told us, and he's just got a fumble in the backfield right there. If his teammate was there next to him, they could have got some good field position.
He's a big man, but he's light on his feet.
Light on his feet.
So Rocky, you can attest to this. You were in this position as when you were in the 7th and 8th grade. You were the biggest kid on the field. You were very dominant. How does that feel to tower over everyone and just
Hey, man, I can honestly say this, man. There's nothing like imposing your will on the football field. You know what I mean? Being able to do what you want to do physically, and you're strong enough, you're strong as the big guys and fast as the little guys. You know what I mean?
We're looking at you.
Shout out to Lamar in the YouTube comments. He said, I love them Bulldogs and the Sound of Thunder Band. I guess that's the name of them. Rock, you was talking about some of them HBC. You weren't talking about the Sonic Boom. You was talking about a Southern.
The human jukebox.
Human jukebox is what Southern is. Okay. Well, they got PV colors on down here, so we go shout out to PV's band.
What are y'all, the Ocean of Storm? What are y'all called?
The Marching Storm. The Marching Storm.
and it looks like the Grandview game tonight. And then I see you did the corn toss. So
looks like we got an interception on the field there by the Bulldogs. They come down.
Looks like a punt.
D'Angelo Wright, the quarterback, goes out there on defense. Gets an interception as he gets a chance to get the ball right back. Come back out on offense, man. So shout out to Angelo Wright getting that interception right there. Folks, like I said, we're doing Friday Night Flex in a little bit of a different way here today as we're down here live in Marlin, Texas, supporting these guys for their homecoming. It's been great so far. We've had some of the wagon, the food out here. We've got to see the Sound of Thunder Band is what Lamar in the comments has told us that they're called. The Sound of Thunder. They got to come right down, and we got to see some of that thunder. To start it off, we're still going to go through some of these games and give you guys updates on what's going on around the Central Texas area. As you guys will see in the background, looks like Maxwell Steele.
Feed him.
Hey, man, ain't nobody trying to hit that. I'm just going to be honest.
Pause.
No, super pause. Started, but nobody on the field is trying to tackle that out there because, it looked like how Scatterboo was the other night against the Eagles. Looks like they're going to roll all the way down to the end of the first quarter here in Bulldog Stadium. I'm not even sure if it's called Bulldog Stadium, but that's what I just called it. In the Marlin Bulldog Stadium out here in Marlin, Texas. This is a good time to give you guys some of these score updates from around the Central Texas area. Some guys already off to a hot start. Colleen playing on against Temple in old-time rivalry. Temple up 14-0 in that game. Lake Belton and Leander in the second quarter. Lake Belton with the 17-0 lead. The U-Dogs battling out in South Waco right now at University. 21-12 lead for the Belton Tigers as they're at University right now. Like I said, that's those district games, Wayne, we talked about it, man. It don't matter what the pre-district record is coming in, especially two old-time rivals like Belton and University.
No doubt about it. You don't have to play. You don't have to play for the
1985 was Mr. Betty Fulton.
University is home. Maybe they can come back and 1980. If not,
Mr. Teresa LaBarbera.
I mean, and this goes into what I've said during the pregame portion of Friday Night Flex. University's been up and down, and that's how they played not only in games but also this season. And so, after having a tremendous outing last week, they come out this week and find themselves behind right away, which puts them behind the 8 ball as we get back to this game here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rocky. These guys, as soon as I start bragging on them, they turn back to their own self.
You got Moss.
Touchdown. You got Moss segment from Monday Night Football to start this one off as the Bulldogs put up another score on the board. Bulldogs coming out taking care of business here to start this game. Rocky, they're not doing too much playing around out here in Marlin, Texas here tonight.
Oh, man, it's hard to look at this team and see them being winless, to be perfectly honest with you. The way that they're executing, the just the sheer aggressiveness that they're playing with on defense. It's hard to say. It's hard to imagine that this team is winning 6 Friday nights in a row and not had to come out with a victory. They just go to tell you how tough Texas football really can be. But tonight, they're ready to play, Jalen.
Yeah, they came out here ready to play tonight. Put up another score on the board. Looks like they're going to go for 2 right here to try to make it 14-0. They give it a pitch to the outside. They go back to number 1 once again. Keyshawn Massington, who scored the touchdown earlier just a second ago, does not get the 2-point conversion. Going back to that university.
I know some Massingtons too in Marlin. I wonder if they were.
Yeah,
you don't got to wonder.
That's it. His dad is one of the football coaches.
Oh, okay.
Head basketball coach, a guy that used to coach at Vega. So, a little history there, Rocky.
Little Marlin history.
Yeah.
They're giving us down here. And like we were talking about the Belton University game, tough one going on right there, real battle with Belton up 21-12. And Rocky, as you were saying, this university team, they got to come in. We've seen some of those inconsistencies throughout the season. We'll see how they come out. Still plenty of time only the second quarter to come back out and get that corrected. Your Waco High Lions, man, down 21-0 right now against Ellison and Leo Buckley as they're still trying to get their first win. Glen Rose up 35-0 on Hillsboro. China Spring and La Vega, middle of the second quarter, La Vega with a 21-10 lead in China Spring. We said this is a game that they'll try to keep close at half, but if La Vega gets another score here at halftime, they might be getting ready to take the doors off over there in China Spring.
Drumsticks up and everything. Vega's going to be a tough route, man. Week in, week out. You know what you're going to get. Probably the best team in the league. We found that last week when they played Cleveland. So we kind of expected everything goes to the
Yeah. Everything definitely goes to the Vega. It's been like that for a few years now. Speaking of Gatesville up 21-0 on Lorena, so my upset pick not working out today. I'll try to stay away from the upset picks.
They're riding that bull pretty good.
They the Wranglers tonight. They ain't just the average Joe Blow going out there. They're up 21-0.
How about this one right here? Mm-hmm. West already 41-0 against Mahead.
That's nuts. Now West is a really good team. They've been playing some great football all year long. But 41-0 midway through the second quarter.
That just also, let's go down to when you're talking about blowout city. Mm-hmm. We already have the Fairfield Eagles, I believe they are, already over Huntington 35-0 in the second quarter.
And that's been week in and week out with Fairfield. They've been one of those teams that have been very impressive during the season.
Averaging 60.
That's our 60-point bet looking good in shape this week, Rock. I think they're going to hit that. It's 35-0 as they get in. Going in there. It looks like the Bulldogs back on defense and still looks like nobody wants to try to block. I don't think Zero back out there on the field. Ain't nobody trying to block that dude.
They got some pretty good.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Some pretty decent field position. So let's see what they can do with the ball at this point, as they hadn't been able to move the ball so far this game.
One thing I can say, their quarterback, he looks the part. He looks the part. He looks like Troy Aikman out there playing with those kids, man. But he hadn't, for whatever reason, he hadn't been able to connect.
He been Jason Garrett, though. It ain't been Troy. It's been Jason Garrett.
that don't mean nothing. You can look like all you want to. I mean, you can drive a Ferrari and be broke, too, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that don't mean nothing.
Well, I was just talking about he's a good-looking kid. He just hadn't been able to connect. Look, he's getting sacked again there.
But when you play in schools like this, you can be a big guy like that, and you can be a freshman and be inexperienced as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't know what he is. I mean, if you can look at the roster and tell us,
I'll figure out
what's his classification, and we'll know a little bit more about him.
But what he has to be prepared for is a very aggressive defense today, because Marlin looks like they're hitting on all cylinders right now.
Yeah. And one thing about it, he has 5 games of experience. So, I mean, he does have some experience because I'm sure he's been the quarterback all year. So, but Marlin is they're playing. Ooh, man, they're fired up to play this ball game.
He's a junior, Robert Gale III, 6'6" junior, 205.
RG3.
Come on. The second RG3.
RG3 from Bruceville Eddie.
Bruceville Eddie instead of Cole.
So maybe he'll go to UMHB in there instead of Baylor. He'll continue the tradition. Looks like the U-Dogs got back on the scoreboard. It's 18-21 now, halfway through the second quarter with University.
Looks like maybe they just missed all their extra points.
Who is that?
The U-Dogs.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they got to that 18. I'm hoping it ain't from all extra points. As we see Bruceville Eddie punting the ball back, they're going to get a lovely bounce that'll take them all the way back inside the 10-yard line.
I've been to a couple of university games, and I believe it could be because of extra points.
And I don't understand because they have an outstanding soccer program. You would think they would go and get one of the soccer players and just come around.
A lot of kickers in South Waco is what you're saying.
Have them come out and just kick field goals. Man.
But they're kicking a different ball, though, man.
Yeah, but you can kick your way to a scholarship as well. So.
Brandon Aubrey was kicking that other ball, and you see what he's doing. He the best player on the Cowboys, is what Wayne been saying all season. He's the best player on the Cowboys. The Connally Cadets have narrowed that gap somewhat, 14-17 against Robinson, with about a minute and a half left to go in that second quarter.
Jalen, I'm gonna take my statement back on that too. I think Dak,
Dak is playing an MVP, MVP level, being wasted by that defense.
That's my quarterback.
yeah. Is George Pickens gonna cry for him like that?
That was T.O. and Romo. Man.
That's my quarterback.
That
was his quarterback for 6 months, and he cried.
Yeah. Well, I think with Dax and with CD and Pickens, I think they'll do the same thing and be able to do some of the same things that you seen with Cincinnati last night.
Hey, Andre Soto in the comments said, y'all got me cracking up. It's called Legion Field. I got you, Andre. We're live at Legion Field here in Marlin, Texas. I called it Bulldog Stadium. Maybe that was the old stadium, but this is Legion Field.
Hey, Legion Field is in Birmingham, just so y'all know. Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama.
It's another Legion Field. In Texas, we got double everything. We got an Athens, Texas. We got a Paris and an Italy, Texas. We got we get a little bit of double of everything out here in Texas. Look at a couple more of these scores here. Gatesville puts another score up, 28-0 on Lorena. They are shutting out that high-powered offense, and that's
they pouring it on, man, early in the game.
And I think we all picked Lorena.
Man. And we should have knew something was off when all of us agreed picking the same team.
Anytime I pick with Rocky, something's wrong, man.
Something got to be off.
Something's wrong, Jalen. We usually pick together.
We do.
Actually, I was really on Gatesville, but I didn't want to be.
You didn't want to throw that in.
I didn't want to be the Lone Ranger, so I went ahead and went with you guys. Thank you.
Me and Jalen usually on the same kind of team.
We got the same playbook.
You kind of the oddball out most of the time, and that didn't happen tonight. We all picked the same side, so. We were all wrong too.
Hey, when we get to college, let's all pick the same side. Make sure it's right this time. When we get to, cause I got to get my parlay right before tomorrow morning. Groesbeck and Grandview. Grandview up big, 48-3, taking on Groesbeck. Fairfield, 42-0 at half, taking on Huntington. Teague and Crockett. Two teams is right down the street from each other. Crockett with a 14-12 lead against Teague. Troy and Cameron Yo. Troy up 14-0 on the Yeomen. McGregor and Rockdale. McGregor trying to get a win as they a much-needed win playing there in 3A Division I in District 11. McGregor up 14-7 on Rockdale. Early's got a lead on Clifton, 14-3 at halftime. Hamilton up 27-0 against Bellinger. Axtell up 28-0 on Italy. Rio Vista and Bosqueville tied. You guys know that Bosqueville team has been playing good, same as Rio Vista. That should be a really, really good finish. They're tied at 13 apiece in that second quarter.
One thing I can really say, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but those are some really sharp uniforms for Marlin.
I like them. I like them.
I'm not really a uniform guy. They snap or hike the punt out the end zone.
Safety for 2 points.
Yeah.
So Eagles get on the board there. They'll get two from and good from their defense, and then they'll get some good field position as well after that. Bulldogs still with the 10-point lead, about 7.5 left to go in this first half. Game seems to be running by right now. Now, I don't know what the clock is. We only got 7.5 left to go. The game started at 7:30. It's 8:05.
That's how sometimes we're back in the studio and we realize the game is over at 9:30. We're like, what were they doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Running that pill.
But in this game, now this is interesting here. Marlin looked a little disjointed on offense. The first two drives, they looked dominant.
Mm-hmm.
This drive, they looked kind of disjointed, kind of discombobulated, filled with penalties and missed assignments. hikes the ball over the guy's head. Is this a situation where this Marlin's miscue could fire up Bruce Vega and get him back in the game?
In some instances, yes. But in this instance, with Bruce Vega and what I've seen out of them, I don't think so. They had field position at the 40 a while ago, and they hadn't been able to do anything on offense. And unless something changes, I still don't see it.
Let me ask you, have we seen Bruce Vega try to run the ball?
No. You saw, okay.
I've seen several plays. I've been sitting here watching the game. They're being dominated by the defensive line. They can't block them, pass or run block. So it's going to be a long night for Bruce Vega if they don't change some things. We can go in. We can see if they'll go in and make some halftime adjustments and come out and do something different. But as of right now, I don't see them being able to do anything. And on the Marlin side, just a few miscues by Bruce Vega has gotten them up by Marlin up by 12. But then you go and you snap the ball out the back of the end zone. So you can see why both of these teams hadn't really been winning a lot of ball games.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
On the special teams kick. On the safety kickoff.
Safety kick. That's a safety kick from the 20-yard line. So
Not that part. The guy tried to return it and then kneel right in the middle of the return. I hadn't seen that since elementary.
Well, that's what the big boy is supposed to do. But he would look like he was a receiver or something.
Yeah. Hey man, y'all think they should try a tush push?
No, but have you seen that?
Man?
That's what we used to do back in the day.
Maybe that's what he was reminiscing to. He's going back to some Little League days there.
I don't think I've seen that ever.
If you can't handle it, that's the right thing to do. That's the right thing. He did the right thing. If he's not,
but he started returning and then all of a sudden just kneel right as guys got close to him.
Everybody ain't used to taking a hit, man. Everybody's not used to taking a hit.
It looked like Bruce Vega gets the ball with pretty decent field position. They try to run it. The ball is going the other way here for the Bulldogs. Is they're going to take this one all the way back to the crib, and I think that's the quarterback once again for the Bulldogs.
But he was on defense.
D'Angelo Wright. He got a pick and a fumble back to the crib. You talked about that homecoming, how sometimes, during the game you get locked in, and after the game you find some festivities. He might have some pretty good festivities later on. He got fumbled back to the crib and a pick.
How much is this game being high-level execution or Bruce Vega just doing it to themselves?
They're doing it to themselves. That's why I said they haven't been able to accumulate anything on offense so far. I mean, I don't think they have any positive yards. So if you were to look at the stats right now, I think it'd probably be maybe about 5 yards through 2 quarters. And that's how dominant Marlin's defense has been. And then they just turn it over on the fumble and give up 7 points on the offensive end.
Marlin was just able to execute the extra point, so they're up 19-2 with probably about 4 minutes left to go in the first half.
They're looking in good shape right now. D'Angelo doing his thing for D'Angelo Wright doing his thing for the Bulldogs. He's got a pick. He's thrown a touchdown, and now he's got a fumble recovery for about 60 yards all the way back to the house. So he's having a pretty good homecoming to start off the game. La Vega, China Spring trying to come back in this game. 28-17 now for La Vega versus China Spring. That's always going to be a battle. Getting close to halftime in Robinson. Robinson with the 24-14 lead against the Connally Cadets. Belton gets another score up on the board, 27-18 now out there in University with that game going on. So lots of great games happening around this Central Texas area as we've got some old-time rivals, Teague and Crockett. Close game going on there. Crockett with a 14-12 lead against Teague. It's like Bosqueville and Rio Vista still tied up at 13 apiece as well. Crawford with a 13-0 lead against Riesel. Chilton with the 18-3 lead against Frost. Frost was coming in with a great record on the season. Chilton still handling business right now, playing at home. Mart starting to dominate again as we're used to seeing them do. They got a 35-0 lead against Hubbard in that game. So really great games going on around the Central Texas area, folks. 7 minutes left to go here in this first half here at Legion Stadium. I got it right this time, Andre. Legion Stadium.
19-2 lead for the Bulldogs here on homecoming. Halftime they're going to have the homecoming courts come out and stuff like that. Did you guys get to participate in the homecoming court? No, y'all were football players. Tusa didn't let y'all come out.
You don't get nothing. You don't even
Midway, some of the players got to come back out and go walk the homecoming court.
You don't get that privilege when you play on the Johnny Tusa.
No.
I can tell you that.
Homecoming is for the fans.
If you got a girlfriend that dance on the drill team or a cheerleader or in the band, you won't get to see them or hear them at all.
They have to look on somebody's phone for the video with that one. They ain't getting to go back out there as Bruceville tries to run the ball once again. Not really working out for them. As we know, guys, we talked about before, pre-district is never really matters in high school football. It's all about district. If Marlin gets a win here tonight, I mean, they're going to take 4 teams from this district from what you've seen here tonight. You think this Marlin team can do some things and compete if they get into the playoffs and in the rest of their district?
Yeah, I do. I do think so. I think they played a tough. I think Chilton is ahead of the district.
Man. Yeah.
Is Bremont in that district as well?
I think Marlin is outside of that district with Bremont and.
I think they're in with
Mart.
No, Mart, Chilton, and Bremont are all in the same one. Marlin just moved up one classification to 2A Division I.
Okay.
So they're in another one.
They with Moody.
Crawford. Rosebud Lot, all those guys. Crawford. Crawford is their biggest rival in that, who they lost to last week.
I think the teams will be Crawford, Bosqueville, and I think Valley Mills probably would be a good candidate, and I think Marlin could do something in this district. I mean, like you say, it's all about the district. They lost last week to a tough Crawford team.
Yeah.
And they lost in overtime.
Probably the class of the district.
Yeah, that's the best team,
You think so over Bosqueville?
Well, Bosqueville is one up as well. Bosqueville and Valley Mills. Oh, well, they're not one up. They're just in District 7.
Okay.
Their district is Riesel, Crawford, Bruceville, Eddy, Marlin, Moody, and Rosebud Lot. That's the teams in that district.
No doubt. I think, like you said, Crawford is probably the team.
We just saw the young man, RG3, rifle one out there in the flat.
For 1 yard.
Wow.
3 yards. 3 yards.
Hey, man, he's a big kid. I'd be trying to tush push right now like the Eagles if I was them or something like that.
Just look
QB
at this,
power.
This punter looks like a pretty good athlete as well, man. And looks like
Bruceville got some big kids.
Yeah.
And it's funny now, Bruceville is a 2A school, but the way they're building housing and stuff like that out there in Bruceville, Eddy, they're going to be a 4A school in about 3 or 4 years, I think.
It ain't going to help
You don't think a few football players can live in a few of those houses?
I'm just going to put it to you like this.
I remember when back in the day when y'all used to pull the belt out on Midway and things changed for them. So
but this is what I'm going to say. It ain't no athletes moving the beef. If you're a rancher,
good point.
Or a deer hunter, or something like that. Well, the 4-H club.
Yeah.
But no, I don't.
Hey, y'all, we having fun up here on Friday Night Flag live at Legion Stadium. We got about 4.5 minutes left to go here before we hit into our halftime. As the Bulldogs have the ball back, they'll get the ball over to a guy who's been making a lot of plays tonight, Keyshawn Massington, as he gets that carry here with about 4 minutes left to go. Y'all think Marlin got one more in him here before halftime to get another score up on the board? It's about 4 minutes left to go with the way this clock been running.
Well, I definitely think Marlin is primed to put up another score, but I really like to see Bruceville Eddy kind of bow up at this point and see if they can stop Marlin. Because if Marlin gets a score here, they could be demoralized going into half. So I'd like to really see Bruceville Eddy try to stand up and do something. And as I say that,
he's following behind number 0, man.
Mr. Wright is running through the Bruceville Eddy defense like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, man. Hey, Marlin got some big dudes too now. We're talking about Bruceville Eddy. Marlin got a couple good guys out there as well.
No, Marlin has some really good guys, really good looking guys, and they're able to get those guys to impact the game. I mentioned the guys that on Bruceville Eddy's team because for some reason they're good looking kids aren't able to impact the game. They're not putting much resistance at all.
Well, when you play at this level, the thing about playing at this level is you're going to get kids that are freshmen that you have to play, sophomores that have to play because you don't have the strength in numbers. So you have to play young kids, and we don't know what Bruce and Eddie have. And from what I heard from Marlin, a lot of these guys are freshmen and sophomores. So.
And I must be honest, when I was a sophomore, I played on Thursday. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so, and I guess if I came out here on Friday when I was a sophomore, I probably would. Even though I was a big kid, I probably wouldn't have been able to do much either. So,
and a lot of these teams don't
great
even
point,
have
Walker.
JV teams. A lot of these teams don't even have JV teams.
It's kind of just freshmen and varsity.
Yeah, you just
at
have,
that point.
That's it.
They get him a bubble to the outside. See if he gets any motion going, he'll get brought down pretty early there. 2 minutes now. We'll get to see the 2-minute drill of the Bulldogs here.
What I'm saying is, it looks like Bruce or Eddie can run and chase to the ball. It just looks like they don't have the physicality to stand up to Marlin in the interior line.
Yeah. I think they're a bigger line from Marlin, and they've totally been dominant this whole game. And it's been quite the opposite on the other side of the ball. Marlin's defensive line has been dominating the offense. Like I said, I don't think Bruce Eddie has done anything as of yet on offense.
No, they haven't got much momentum going. Only 2 points come from that safety. They got a timeout here on the field. Look at a couple of these score updates. It looks like halftime now at University, 27-18, with Belton still with the lead going into the half there. Vega and China Spring at half. Vega with a 28-17 lead in that game. Connally Robinson at halftime, 24-14 lead for Robinson in that game as well. As we look at some of those scoring updates. Most guys getting into the halftime now. Looking at a lot of blowouts, honestly, here tonight. There's some close games going on, but there's a good amount of blowouts.
Homecoming season.
Homecoming season, man. So people playing, homecoming, get a little extra added motivation. Not you guys. Y'all say y'all didn't get to walk out at halftime.
What I mean by homecoming season is you invite your huckleberry over to your stadium. You understand, on homecoming.
The team that you know you'll be able to
that you can.
Yeah, you know you can be able to.
The dudes you can get a couple punches
I'm
on.
looking at these comments over on YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for listening.
Absolutely.
We have Lamar and Andre Soto. And Andre says, in other words, you're saying they'll have good linemen but no skill position players.
He was talking about when we were talking about Bruceville.
Yeah. Hey, just because you can farm and ranch, oh man, the quarterback, Mr. Wright, threw one right in the bread basket of a Bruceville Eddie DB, and he dropped it. I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect. They hit him right on the one.
Hit him in the wrong place.
Yeah, what you say.
Hit him in the chest.
Hit him in the hands, huh?
Yeah. That's what old coach.
Man, they could have really used that play.
They definitely could have. I just looked at the replay there on YouTube. I mean, they hit him right in the numbers, like you said. They could have used that play for sure. Minute 47 left to go here in this first half.
I encourage you guys who are watching on YouTube, continue to make your comments. If you have anything, we'll read them aloud. If you like the broadcast, please like the stream as well. We're here with myself, Rocky Miller, along with the Waco ISD Hall of Famer, and the voice of Centex Sports, which is Jalen Gillis.
Absolutely, y'all. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you jump in the comments and then share the stream as well. Everybody doesn't know that we're streaming Marlin's homecoming here tonight. Well, let them know.
Share it with somebody.
Share it with somebody. Let them know. If y'all want to see the Bulldogs handling business out here at homecoming in Legion Stadium, you can tune right in here to Centex Sports Network. And we're getting ready to go into halftime. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back in halftime, we're going to talk some college football, and we're going to talk a little bit of NFL football. We talk a little bit of everything here on Friday Night Flex, so make sure you guys are staying tuned for that portion of it. Looks like a punt coming up here for the Bulldogs. This one doesn't go over his head. Hey, man, number 0 is hitting people each play, man. I know he didn't do any. He wasn't the main attraction on this play, but he's hitting somebody every time that he's out there on the field, man. So shout out to that dude being physical.
It's the Rocky Miller effect.
Yeah. He hyped him up before the game. He's doing his thing, though.
No, man. Mr. Maxwell Steele is really putting the hammer down tonight. You know what I mean? And he's doing whatever he wants to. He's the kind of kid. if you ever seen the movie Friday, I'll tell you like this. He walks up to a guy and says, what do you have on my beverage? You know what I mean? And you
my grandmama gave me that chain, man.
And you feel compelled to donate to him.
No,
you know what I mean?
But you're right. He's been doing everything. He's been blocking. He's been making tackles. He's even scored a touchdown tonight. So he has contributed on all facets of the game. So.
Yeah, I don't think he's come off the field, Wayne.
He's come off the field.
I'm telling you, man, he reminds me of
a big boy like that has to come off the field. But
he reminds me of a Laquan McGowan, man, at Baylor. I keep calling him that when I used to go to practice and watch those guys when Laquan was playing. Every time he would get a pull on a run play, they would call it getting quantized. Because he would just erase an entire side of whoever he was going out there to block.
Let's talk about something just a little lighter.
Yeah.
What do you think about those big guys nowadays wearing those single digits? You know, I forget.
Hurts my heart, man.
You don't want the big man to get no love away. They like wearing number 1 now, number 5.
I think about it because when I went to Texas Tech, I wanted number 7 because that was the number I wore in high school, which was a single number. They told me I had to have number 80. You know, you pick your number within the 80s, you know. And I so bad wanted a single number. Now I see these big old guys, 300 pounds, then running
even in the league
with
they
0 and 1, and you know.
In the NFL, they changed the rule too. They can wear it. Anybody can wear numbers, whatever number.
Yeah, whatever number. And then in the NFL, if you were a receiver, your number had to be
the teens or the 80s.
The teens or the 80s. That's right. And now they've changed all those rules, so, man, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hey, this is Cody Cox. He has a question for our CEO. So this is really not a question we can answer. He says, will you have more games on YouTube?
Hey, man, Cody, I appreciate it, man. We will definitely have some things lined up in the future. Subscribe to Centex Sports, man, and tune in. We got some stuff coming up here in the next few weeks. So,
and don't be afraid to super chat.
Yeah, definitely. Do not be afraid to super chat, please, and thank you, guys, jumping in there. Lamar says number 0 was R55, and he puts the hammer down weekly.
Weekly.
Is what he said.
I can tell that. He's the best, probably one of the best football players on the field tonight. He's been very dominant, but he's contributed on all facets of the game.
Everything. Special teams, defense,
as he makes
offense.
the tackle right on cue.
But see, he's a nice guy.
Because he could have threw him out the club.
He picked the guy up and gently set him down back on his feet.
Yeah,
he's such a nice guy, Mr. Maxwell Steele. Reminds me of a young Rocky in the day. I was big and strong, but I wasn't very mean. You know.
So you ain't throw nobody on the ground. You could have thrown him out the club.
I'm not going to say that. But
because I imagine you hit a couple people out there.
But no, man, you know, when you got a kid like that at this level, and here's what I'll say about that size and that speed. It translates on all levels, doesn't it, Walker? When you have that size, a guy that moves that well, it translates across the board. So a recruiter or a scout can come here and look at Mr. Steele doing some things that he probably won't be able to do in college, but there are some things he can do in college, especially in the interior line, whether it be on the offensive line or the defensive line. He'll be an elite athlete.
He's a football player, man.
Yeah.
You stick him somewhere.
And when you talk about things like that, he gives 100% every play. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for hard. You're looking for a guy that goes out and is going to give you his all each and every play. And each and every play he's been out there, he's done that.
Andre in our chat is giving us a little insight. He said Big Steele has always been number 55, but last week he added running back to his resume, so he changed his number to 0. That's how you do a Big Steele right there. You change. They say, give me running back, we'll change my number. Y'all want me to get that back there running back too. And they got the line coming. Bruceville Eddie gets it out to their receiver and gets down the field. Bruceville's got a chance to put some points up here with 47 seconds left.
I know the guy referred to him as Big Steele, and I won't be calling him Big Steele. I'm just letting you know that.
Hey, you bring a great point. I will also not be calling him Big Steele or the Big Hammer either. I won't be calling him either one of those. We're going to stick to Bryson. We're going to stick to Bryson. Hey, it's 47 seconds left, y'all. Bruceville Eddie's in scoring.
They're on the move.
They're on the move, trying to get their first touchdown. here of the evening. We'll see if they can get big RG3 to football here in the red zone, because I'm running all QB power right here, man. This dude's 6'6", 205.
And what is his name again? So they won't think.
You keep calling him RG3.
Well, I mean, I think RG3.
Yeah.
Because his name is Robert Gale III or something like that, right?
I'm going to get back to his number right here. Robert Gale III. You had it right.
Yeah. So
RG3. Robert Gale III. We'll see if they get him some QB power or something. Rock, you got it like me that's drawing up a lot of X's and O's on Madden. Yeah. What do they go to right here with Bruce for Eddie? You got 47 seconds left.
Well, again, I would like let's talk about RG3. He's a big guy with a strong arm. So far, he's struggled with accuracy, right? So he just hit a deep out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to the deep out. Something that obviously he's comfortable with. Something he was able to complete. Now, what Marlin has to do is cover the deep out better than they did, because he was wide open. Wasn't nobody over there but him and Jesus.
Well, they out of timeouts and you have 47 seconds left. So
they looked for it. They went right to what you said. Right, they just couldn't connect on it, but they went. They was listening to you in the booth.
But I would have went sprint left and did a pass sprint left.
They went trips to the short side of the field, which you usually don't see.
That's the easier throw, though.
It is with the time that's remaining, but you still have a chance in high school football to get a timeout and move the sticks because the clock stops.
Now, what I was looking at also, Wayne, is that there's a pretty big kid out there on the left-hand side there in that formation. You may want to give him some one-on-one action.
Give him a chance to make a play. A while ago, he was over there man-to-man, nobody over there. Marlin is clearly playing man-to-man, so sometimes you got to give your guys a chance to make a play.
Bruce for Eddie drops back. RG3 looking for him. He got big Bryson Steele on his backside, though, and not able to get it off. Hey, man, if big number 0 is running at you like that, you got to get rid of the football. He was not trying to get hit by dude right there. Donald Benjamin in the chat says, this is great for Centex area to cover games of the week. Steele is also a top lineman in the state. I believe you, man. He's showing it out here tonight. Yeah. He's showing it. And you see why Dave Campbell had these guys ranked before the season started. They seen some of these things that we've saw here tonight, as far as Marlin actually being able to execute and have a talent out here on the field.
Well, what do you think about their passing game? Doesn't seem like it's really a timing passing game. Everything seems to be
a little off, huh?
Yeah, a little off.
Man will throw you off too, but sometimes, like I say, when you playing man-to-man, you just got to give your guys a chance to make a play. Like now, you got trips to the wide side of the field. So I'm thinking a corner in the deep end zone by like number 8 or number 3, number 2 or number.
What I'm looking here is anybody guarding this back number 8, or does 19 have him? You think?
Well, it's got to be somebody that has it, probably 19, because you see. This guy down here at the bottom, he has him, so you can see the flank there, and he probably pretty much has him. But
what if they move him to the other side? Who would have?
He would have to go with him, or that guy that was outside linebacker was gonna have to flex up. Oh man,
they went right to the inside.
Just played by number 0.
Man, I'm telling you, they can't do nothing with dude right now. They can't do nothing with him. They went right to what you said, Wayne. Inside receiver going to the out, but wasn't able to get the ball there. It was open, but with 0 running in your face, you're not going to be able to do much.
You didn't have time to throw it, but there too wasn't a great rap by the receiver as well, man. You got to give him a look.
But I like that RG3 threw it with some anticipation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He led him out there.
He led him out there. I think that's a great throw, and I think timing can beat good man coverage.
Hey man.
Oh man, he's wide open. Oh my goodness,
in the wrong place.
He's seeing ghosts. That's what they said about Sam Darnold.
Now
because 0 was coming right around that corner.
That would have been a tough catch.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it was catchable.
Yeah, but it was catchable. Again, I think this is progress for RG3 in that he's hitting the right guy. He hit the guy that was wide open. Shots out to the coaching staff from Bruce Eddie, because they got into a play that was wide open that possibly could have scored a touchdown late in the game. unfortunately, guys weren't able to execute. Is it 4th down yet?
No, it's third.
Third down and 10 to go. They drop back. RG3 going to drop back one more time. He's got pressure in his face. He's got a couple of guys there unable to connect.
Yeah, that was a headache ball.
Yeah, that was one of them Dylan Gabriel balls right there. That's called a medical tent.
Do you kick it right here, Wayne?
4th down, 4th and 10 with 23 seconds.
You're down by 17.
They might not trust the kicker. They keeping RG3 out there on the field, man, unless he's the kicker too. They're keeping him out on the field. That's what it looks like for 4th down. It's the best field position they've had all game.
What is that, a 40-yard field goal, 35-yard field goal?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
At least.
No, not in high school.
No, RG3 stayed on the field, 4th and 10, 23 seconds left to go here in the first half at Legion Stadium. Drop back pass. RG3 going through his progressions, throws this one into the back of the end zone, and looks like had a pick. They dropped it. And I seen looks like some laundry got out there into the end zone. I think they're going to see the same thing you saw there, Wayne. And looks like a pass interference is going to be coming here too as D'Angelo Wright.
He wrote him down before while the ball was in there and pushed him in the back.
The ball kind of sailed for a minute. Yeah, he was on the ground right before the ball
the one
came.
thing that I hate about these kind of calls, certainly it was pass interference, but they're really rewarding a poor read by the quarterback because the kid wasn't open. And a bad throw.
Because the ball sailed. That's why he got hit. They didn't think the ball was going to sail that long.
So, but hey, Bruceville Eddie gets a new set of downs. They have a little bit more time. How much time do they have left?
20 seconds.
They have 20 seconds. Sorry, guys, I can't see the clock from where I'm sitting, so I apologize for
20 seconds. 19-2 is our score. Bruceville Eddie knocking on the door right now, trying to get a score. We got room over here. They put the ball back in play. 19-2 here. We'll see what RG3 and his crew do out here. He's going to drop back. Sees the guy he wants. Ball a little bit too low that time. Marlin was on it, though. If he was going to catch it, I think they were going to keep him outside of the end zone. 16 seconds now.
So, Wayne, is running the ball option here? They have the ball literally on the 6-yard line.
I'm just thinking
16 seconds, no timeout.
I'm just thinking the quarterback can run the ball out left. I mean, look at all the field. You got one guy out there. You got zero out there, first of all.
Yeah.
But now you bring trips. Now you go trips. So now you bring 2 guys over. So no. But I was thinking maybe a quarterback draw.
I think you got to get the ball to number 8. I think he has the best matchup on the field.
No, I think you can do a quarterback draw, man.
Look at number 8. Let's see if the running back releases. No, he doesn't release.
He stays to try to help with 0. Guy was open. Ball came out late. Interception going the other way. And is this going to be a pick 6 to end the first half? And it looks like it will be for the Bulldogs. He is moving down the sideline. Takes this one in. Homecoming festivities going to be good for him tonight. Yeah, number 1 once again, Keyshawn Mashington. He's been on fire here tonight. Going to get a pick 6 to end this one out. Checking to see if still don't see any flags on the field. This one is going to be clean for a pick 6, and that kind of takes some of the air out the sail for Bruceville Eddie. That was their best field position of the night. You throw a pick 6. Number 1 and 2 been doing a lot of the work. 0, 1, and 2 been doing all the work for the Bulldogs here tonight. Keyshawn Mashington gets another score as they get one up on the board.
You know, that's demoralizing right there.
Yeah.
You got the ball 6 yards away from your end zone. You can score before halftime, establish some momentum going into half. You end up throwing an interception. That was probably, Walker, the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it was.
Having that situation.
They scored 14. But like I said, you got the defense spread out. You've been throwing the ball. Why not just drop back
or run the play he missed?
I'm looking at it. I'm looking right at it. And if you do that,
Andre in our chat says, number 1, talking about Keyshawn Mashington, the state qualifier in the 200-meter, he ain't getting caught. That's what he said, and we saw it. We saw it right there when he got that pick. He was not getting caught as he buzzed it down the sideline, man. That takes us straight into the halftime. Fellas, 26-2 is our score here at Legion Stadium in Marlin, Texas. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back at halftime after a few minutes. We'll let you guys see a little bit of the band and some of the homecoming court. We're going to come back, talk a little college football, a little bit of NFL too. So stay tuned and stay locked in with us here on Friday Night Flex. We're going to be back 26-2 at Legion Stadium. We'll be back after this.
We can't be the guys that's gonna be timid and not knowing what's going on. You play hard, you play together. I mean, that's all we ask.
This is what we all have to do.
Be locked in, focus, just be disciplined, all right?
Now I feel like Kyrie, I'ma have to take the shot. If they tryna call me dog, I gotta hit the block. Started from the bottom, but we made it to the top. And I told them time is money, that's why I don't ever stop. I got my black hoodie with a rollie on, eating pasta like Corleone. I don't got time for no fake boy. If you got the money, gon' show me some. I got 2 whips and I'm self-paid. Never got help, bro, I'm self-made. Started from the bottom, but we made it to the top. And I told them time is money, that's why I don't ever stop. Hey, what up, say? Home up in the studio, till I'm locked in. My stock going way up, I got options. Yeah, they fine, but stop playing, you not him. Wait, the numbers going up.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join them.
This week's sponsor of the week is Savannah Freeman. The Golden Legacy will be performing a prom routine. Ladies, your music is on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's homecoming presentation. My name is Sherelle Judy, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome our former students, alumni, family, friends, and visitors from Roosevelt Eddy that are with us tonight. At this time, we would like to take the opportunity to showcase the scholars that were selected through an application voting process to represent their agricultural, vocational, and fine arts organizations. Representing the cosmetology department as the cosmetology sweetheart is Ms. Ida Alvarez. Ida is the daughter of Javier Alvarez and Maria Alvarez. She is being escorted by her big brother Esteban Alvarez. Ms. Ida Alvarez. Representing the Marlin chapter of Future Farmers of America is the FFA sweetheart, Ms. Katie Mendoza Escobar. Katie is the daughter of Vega and Yesenia Escobar. She is being escorted by her uncle, Juan Escobar, and his girlfriend, Emily Becky, Ms. Katie Mendoza Escobar. Representing Fine Arts as the sweetheart is Ms. Carolicia White. Carolicia is the daughter of Linda White, and she is being escorted by her mother, Ms. Carolicia White. Representing Fine Arts as the is Mr. Tiago Bailey. Tiago is the son of Coriel Scooby Bailey and Sierra Mason. He is being escorted by his father Scooby Bailey and his aunt Kayla Bailey, Mr. Tiago Bailey. Let's give a warm round of applause to these young ladies and gentlemen who proudly represent the hard work, talent, and dedication of the fine arts, agricultural, and vocational programs. Now we would like to present the 2025-2026 homecoming board. These students in grade 8 through 11 were selected by their classmates to represent each class with excellence and pride. 8th grade princess, Ms. Leah Davis. Leah is the daughter of Terrence and Naisha Ross. She is being escorted by her mother, Naisha Ross, and her sister, Harmony Armstead, Ms. Leah Davis. 8th grade prince, Mr. Elijah Trotter. Elijah is the son of Henry Trotter and Roberta Trotter. He is being escorted by his parents, Mr. Elijah Trotter. Freshman princess, Ms. Tiana Michael Wilson. Tiana is the daughter of Veronica Hall. She is being escorted by her mother and her brother T.J. Burns, Ms. Tiana Wilson. Freshman prince, Brandon Lewis. Brandon is the son of Philip Livingston and Delray Lewis. He is being escorted by his parents, Mr. Braden Lewis. Sophomore princess, Ms. Journey Griffin. Journey is the daughter of Julio Griffin and Rashondra Wilmama Young. She is being escorted by her parents and brother DeMarjorie Smith, Ms. Journey Griffin. Sophomore prince, Mr. Aiden Diaz. Aiden is the son of Aiden and Clarissa Diaz. He is being escorted by his mother and Shayla Rodriguez, Mr. Aiden Diaz. Junior princess, Ms. Mackenzie Bridges. Mackenzie is the daughter of LaTrey Bridges and Cece Roberts. She is being escorted by her mother, her uncle Brandon Bridges, and her host of angels, Edwina Roberts, Linda Bridges, and Nelson Williams, Ms. Mackenzie Bridges. Junior prince, Mr. Benny Garrett III. Benny is the son of Benny Garrett Jr. and Samika Garrett. He is being escorted by his parents, Mr. Benny Garrett. Congratulations to this group of young ladies and gentlemen for being selected to represent your grade levels and for the positive example you set for your classmates. And now we present our senior homecoming board. Senior princess, Ms. Imari Butler. Imari is the daughter of Natasha Butler. She is being escorted by her grandfather, Julius Scott, her brother, Trey John, and niece, Aaliyah Johnson. Imari is a member of National Honor Society, Future Farmers of America, the Pepperettes, and participates in varsity basketball and track and serves as football manager. Her hobbies are baking for her business, Diamond Stove, and tending to her cow. Her future plans are to attend Florida A&M University to major in animal science and agricultural business. Her favorite scripture is, "She is more precious than rubies or pearls," Proverbs 3:15. Miss Imari Butler. Senior Princess, Miss Marlin Diaz. Maddie is the daughter of Aiden and Felicia Diaz. She is being escorted by her father, Aiden, and little sister, Island Diaz. Maddie is a member of National Honor Society and participates in volleyball and agriculture. Her hobbies are playing volleyball, practicing, spending quality time with family, and shopping with her mom. Her future plans are to attend Texas A&M University to major in animal science. Ms. Marlin Diaz. Senior Princess, Ms. Area Renee Johnson. Area is the daughter of Aaron Johnson and Charlie Smith. She is being escorted by her parents. Area is a member of National Honor Society and participates in volleyball and track. She enjoys playing basketball and drawing. Her future plans are to attend San Diego State to become a lawyer. Her favorite quote is never regret anything that made you smile. Miss Area Johnson. Senior Princess, Miss Hermione Denasia Schultz-Bowman. Hermione is over Australian and Belgian brother. She is being escorted by her parents. Hermione is a member of National Honor Society and participates in varsity volleyball and basketball. She enjoys getting closer to God, getting to the bag, sketching, playing volleyball, and shopping. Her future plans are to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing or biology with a minor in kinesiology or sports medicine. Her favorite quote is wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are, her first lady. Ms. Hermione Schultz-Bowman. Senior Prince, Mr. Christian Dawes. Christian is the son of Kevin Dawes and Melissa Davis. He is being escorted by his mother and his stepmother, Robin Wilson. He is a member of National Honor Society and participates in varsity track and basketball. His future plans are to major in nursing and minor in kinesiology while pursuing his track career. His favorite quote is, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Mr. Christian Dawes. Senior Prince, Mr. Hector Martinez. Hector is the son of Hugo Martinez and Annabella Cortez. He is being escorted by his mother. He participates in varsity soccer. His hobbies are hanging out with friends and working on trucks. His future plans are to attend Texas State Technical College. Mr. Hector Martinez. Senior Prince, Mr. Dekejian Bubba Washington. Dekejian is the son of Dale Washington and Bubba Fox. He is being escorted by Aubrey Durfee and his sisters Dariah and Destiny Washington. He participates in varsity football. His hobbies are riding horses and mowing yard. His future plans are to work in the oil field. Mr. Dekejian Washington. Please put a round of applause for the young ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, our queen will be crowned by the 2024 homecoming queen, Ms. Shakti Washington. The king will be crowned by the 2024 homecoming king, Mr. Irving Casino. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the 2025 homecoming queen. Our homecoming queen is Ms. Maria Elena Diaz. And I will present the 2025 homecoming king. The homecoming king is Mr. Christian Dawes. That concludes our homecoming presentation. We would like to thank our sponsors, Golden Sports, for donating the bouquet, Rich Vision Photography by Richard Thompson for capturing these moments, our school board and members, our acting superintendent, Mr. Marlin Jones, our high school administrators, the technology department, the homecoming committee, as well as our community. Thank you and happy homecoming.
Stand up on your feet and welcome the Marlin marching sounds of thunder. Tonight, the sound of thunder will be playing tunes. S.O.T. Vega, It's No Problem, Cold Heated Snakes, Here We Go, followed by
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into Friday Night Flex here live in Legion Stadium in Marlin, Texas. You guys just got to hear what you thought and what I thought might have been the marching storm, but you were actually looking at Marlin's band coming out there doing their thing, man, for halftime. Fellas, 26-2 as they getting ready to come out of the locker room. Good energy out here in Marlin, Texas. The band got everybody going. They had a little boots on the ground going after that, and the football team is feeling themselves here on homecoming. What do y'all think about Marlin's first half of football so far?
Well, I think the best show they put on was at halftime.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Really, man.
That was a good show.
I like the band,
the sounds of thunder.
Dancing, you know?
The sounds of thunder.
A little baby HBU, you know. HBU.
Yeah, they got the look, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they do. They do. That purple and gold look familiar to a lot of people out there. But shout out to Marlin, man. Shout out to all our fans in the chat. Once again, man, thank you guys for tuning in with us here on Friday Night Flex. We always get on here and talk all things high school football in Central Texas. But we're going to talk a little bit of college football, NFL football too, as well as Marlin getting ready to come back out here out of the half. Let me give you guys some scoring updates from the games around Central Texas. Killeen and Temple in a battle right now. Temple with a 20-8 lead. Belton and University still at halftime. We'll see them. Should be coming out of that right about now. La Vega in the fourth quarter already, 35-17 lead on China Spring. In the third quarter, Robinson's up 31-21 on the Connally Cadets. Gatesville and Lorena trying to make some traction, 35-14 in Lorena, Texas. Gatesville with the lead. West putting it up big on Mahia, 64-0 as they get near the end of that game already. Whitney with a big-time lead, 44-6 on Maypearl. Grosbeck and Grandview with a big lead, 55-3. Fairfield, final score in Fairfield already. They had that clock running.
Already done tucked them in.
Yeah, tucked them in, 52-0 against Huntington. Crockett's got a 26-12 lead over T. Troy with a 21-3 lead over the Yeoman. McGregor with the 21-7 lead over Rockdale. Lights out already in Clifton. Early gets a win, 28-3 over Clifton. Hamilton 54-0 lead on Bellinger. Axtell in the fourth quarter up 45-0 on Italy. Rio Vista up 26-16 on Bosqueville. We'll keep an eye on that game as they're in the third quarter of that one. Crawford up 21-0 on Reefsel. Moody and Rosebud Lott in the same district as Marlin and Bruceville. Eddie Rosebud Lott with a 24-0 lead in that game. Bremont up 40-0 on Goldwaith. Chilton up 26-10 on Frost. Mart up 42-0 on Hubbard, and Wortham up 36-0 on Meridian. A lot of blowouts here tonight, fellas, as we see Marlin back with the ball, moving up the field. They're down just shy of that 45-yard line. They've got a big-time lead here at home, 26-2.
Oh, yeah, man, that's Marlin got the ball at midfield already. Mr. Wright runs off tackle, gains a couple yards. And, you know, it's getting late early here in Legion Stadium. If you go down here and let Marlin score right here, people are going to start making their way back through the lane.
Well, I think at the end of the half, it took the air out of Bruceville Eddie with an interception return on the last play of the half.
Yeah.
That went for 6. And you hadn't been able to generate anything on offense. And Marlin comes back out with the ball. So, man, we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime and seeing if they're able to score some points at this point, because their only score has come on a fumble,
a snap over the center's head
in the end zone. So that's the only thing they've been able to generate so far.
It's a big third down right here too.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to drop back. D'Angelo Wright lets this one go, hits his man over the middle of the field. He's getting loose. First down. They'll keep the chains moving as they're getting right outside of the red zone there. So the Bulldogs still on the move with a chance to, as you guys said, potentially put this game away already here early in this second half. Just a couple minutes into the second half.
Well, that's the Demarion Butler on the catch from D'Angelo Wright. That was a pretty. They made that look easily.
Yeah, he went out and sat down in the zone and ran the curl route, and the ball was right on time for the first down.
And our man Bryson Maxwell Steele, BMS.
We don't got BMF down here. We got BMS.
BMS is putting in work. He took that carry. There wasn't much room, but you look up, and it's a 5-yard gain. He's left his imprint on this game for sure.
Oh man, he's been the highlight of this entire game for sure, man. Seeing a time they got. I'm interested in watching this Marlins school the rest of the season, man, as they get further into district play. They started off district in overtime loss to the best team in the district against Crawford. You're looking at everybody else now, like, hey, we might be able to make some traction here and pick up some wins.
You know, I was looking at the district results so far. This week, one team has scored in each game. One team has scored, one team hasn't. And even in this game, Marlin has scored, and Bruceville Eddy got their points from Marlin scoring for them. You know what I mean? Yeah. With a snap over the punter's head, and so it looks like there's really a imbalance in this district. There's the haves. And then there's certainly the have-not.
But they have to come in confident after they played probably the head of this district last week to overtime and barely lost. So Marlin had to come in confident tonight, and then with the results tonight, I think they can move forward and feel like they can play for a playoff spot in this district.
Yeah. And maybe able to make some noise once they get in the playoffs, because we can see that they have a lot of talent, and they have a unique player here by the name of Bryson Maxwell Steele, who they can deploy in many different ways. He's a lead blocker right there. Looks like he didn't have to block anybody because they got out of his way.
Business decision.
And just like we always talk about, the preseason doesn't mean nothing. You're playing for district, and then once you get out of district, then you start a new season. But then it's win and go home at that point. But as the season progresses, you are able to get better and better, and so maybe this Marlin team can make some noise.
Marlin right on the outside of scoring here. They're going to give this one a keeper. D'Angelo Wright is going to walk into the end zone untouched for another Bulldog touchdown here at Legion Stadium.
Lights off.
Get them a 32-2 lead. If we were playing Madden, they would have been off the sticks already, but definitely at 32-2, you got to get off the sticks. But Marlin putting on the show here, homecoming, man. I looked down, I seen there was a couple of class reunions here, but I didn't know they had all the way up to the 40-year up here.
Man, they got lots of people.
They got the 10, the 20, the 30, and the 40 years here for the reunion. So lots of love out here at Legion Stadium in Marlin, Texas. For those of you that are just now tuning in for the first time on Friday Night Flex, we like to talk about a little bit of everything football on Friday Night Flex, not just high school football, but we like to talk a little bit of college ball, get you guys ready for Saturday. I don't know if we have anybody that's tuning in with us that likes to participate in some of the sports betting as well, but we'll give you some of our analysis on that, or what you could think and what you could look for this game. First off, with a couple minutes left to go in a game, Louisville and Miami, Louisville's got a 24-21 lead now. This is the dangerous part of when you bet college football. You never know what's going to happen, and I'm sure lots of people took that Miami, I want to say it was plus 7.5, I think it was, before the game started.
Miami
right now, the Hurricanes down 21-24 against Louisville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they so doing their thing. Nebraska.
I knew to stay away from that.
I did too. I didn't even participate in it.
They playing in Louisville, so I was thinking Louisville would win. Miami always has a tough time with Louisville for some reason. So, you just never know. It's a lot of parity in college football right now. I mean, from week to week, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never really know what to expect week to week in college football. Let's look at some of these games we have for the Saturday. Nebraska game has started. It is 6-7. Minnesota's got a lead with 3 minutes left to go in the third, so ain't nobody scoring in that game.
Oh, man.
Ain't nobody. Baby Patrick Mahomes ain't doing too much out there in Nebraska besides trying to look like Baby Patrick Mahomes. As Marlin just kicks this one off here as Bruce Reddy. Going to try to get some offense going, but we're going to look at some of these college games. Starting it off early in the morning on ABC, LSU versus Vanderbilt, SEC matchup in this game. LSU coming in number 10 in the country, Vandy coming in number 17 in the country. They're playing at Vanderbilt and Vanderbilt is a 2.5-point favorite in this game. Rock, what you think about this one, especially with Vandy being a 2.5-point favorite on LSU?
Man, I believe LSU is the better team, and anytime you can get points with the better team, you take the better team with the points. Again, certainly Pavia and Vanderbilt can win the game, but even if they don't, if they win by just 2 points, you still win the bet. So I'm going to take LSU in the 2 points, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, LSU was coming in as a lot of people thought the cream of the crop in the SEC, right up there with the Georgias and Alabamas, but recent struggles from their quarterback, and we've seen a lot of quarterback struggles, has kind of put them out of it. Wayne, what you think about Vandy and LSU tomorrow, 11 o'clock? Vandy's playing at home, and they're favored.
Man. Anytime you play at home, man, you defending your own turf, man. It's a big game. 2 ranked teams in the SEC. Vanderbilt has been tough all year. LSU has kind of been up and down, but still, what Vanderbilt likes to do, I think, LSU defends the best. So I'm gonna take LSU for that reason, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vanderbilt came out on top of this game.
Yeah, Vandy, man, it's a close one. This will be a game that I won't be putting on my ticket.
No.
But if I had to pick, like Rocky said, I'd take LSU in the points on that one. But Diego Pavia is a gamer. You can't really play against guys like that and expect to have an easy game. He's done it at every level, from JUCO to New Mexico State all the way now with Vanderbilt. So that should be a really, really fun game. In the comments, Lamar said that was brother-to-brother action there with number 2 and number 7, saying that pass a second ago that you called out, Rocky, from D'Angelo Wright over to Damarian Butler. So a couple of brothers.
They played catch
action.
many days.
Yeah, many days.
There's been a development in this game here. It looks like Bruce Valladares went to a power set.
Yeah.
They're gonna sit back and try to
run the clock out.
My question to you is, they have their own version of BSM, and it's number
and the real
77.
BSM sat him down. God. Hey, man.
That was a collision. That was a collision.
That was a
collision.
BMS. I'm sorry, BMS.
Well, yeah, I think at this point you just keep the ball on the ground and try to get out.
So
of there
they trying to get home?
Yeah, just try to get back on the bus, man, at this point.
Hey, man, that was a collision right there between them 2 big old boys that we saw right there.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because if you've thrown 4 interceptions tonight,
yeah.
So the best thing to do is keep the ball on the ground.
90-yard pick six. You don't want it to get worse than what it already is out there. So I understand that as well. Katrina Fulton in the chat says, don't forget 1990 class 2 is out there. Everybody getting represented out here in Marlin tonight.
Man, they got it going on in Marlin, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, they got T-shirts. They got different sections.
What's the little spot down there?
That's what I was just going to ask.
The hitching post.
Hey, is the hitching post going to be open tonight?
You know they're going to be open tonight. It's
no, man, they're not going to open the hitching post up, man.
Hitching post, man.
You crazy. Hey, everybody's going to the hitching post tonight. Jump in the chat. I know y'all watch.
They're not going to put no boots on the ground at the hitching post, are they?
Hey,
they're not going to spend their last $2 at the hitching post, are they?
They might even have their fans with them, Rock. Man, I'm telling you, boy. Hey, it's going to be going on.
It's a lot of, I was walking out there. It's a lot of parking lot pimping going on outside. It might be some boots on the ground in the parking lot out there.
Hey, I'm telling you, they brought them all out, man. I'm telling you, man, if you look out, man, this stands are packed here in Marlin tonight.
Yeah, everybody's out here in Marlin. A lot of good energy going on. Andre in the chat says, down goes Miami. Looks like Louisville gets the ball back with 30 seconds left to go.
Oh, they missed the field goal?
24-21. Looks like Louisville going to pull this one out. Miami get their
field
first.
goal rings.
Yeah, and Miami's going to. And another pick. This one trying to get up the sideline, but steps out of bounds. And, they look like they're getting ready to wrap that one up, as it looks like that was Jaden Ray.
I wonder, can we get a replay on that? I'd like to see that. Looked like the quarterback was under severe pressure.
He took a big hit. He took a big hit.
He did take a big hit on that one. And we got our own version of replay over here. It's called YouTube. I'll show you guys a little bit of that play. Here you go, Rock.
as we're looking at a version of the replay here as he dropped back and tried to get some offense going for RG3. Took a big old hit from zero and threw the ball.
Well,
hey, man,
you know the interesting thing about that, they tried to sprint right without blocking BMS.
Yeah.
And they forgot he's light on his feet.
They ain't been able to do nothing.
Like I said, at this point, the best thing to do is keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock running, and just get back on the bus.
They ready to put them boots on the ground in the parking lot, y'all.
What county is Bruceville Eddy in Falls County too?
I don't know.
I know it's
going
right
down
on the
35.
border.
Yeah, it's right on the border.
Yeah,
Falls or Bells?
They Falls County. I think they Falls County.
Oh, man, okay.
The Fall County matchup that they got here tonight. Andre in the chat said 4 INTs from Carson Beck tonight, and that's why Miami lost that one. I want to touch a couple of these other college football games. We just talked about LSU and Vanderbilt as well, but there's some other good games on the slate for tomorrow. One of them being Ole Miss and Georgia. Good old SEC matchup. Ole Miss undefeated on the season, 6-0. The Georgia Bulldogs 5-1 on the season, coming in ranked number 9 in the country. Bulldogs a 7.5-point favorite, and I will take the Bulldogs on this game. I like Georgia, especially playing at home. I think Ole Miss has played a whole bunch of nobody so far. They got a good win over LSU, but as it turns out, LSU might not be who exactly we thought they were. What do y'all think about Georgia and Ole Miss at 2:30 tomorrow?
I'm with you on this one. I just think Ole Miss last week, man, they almost gave it up last week.
They did.
And if they come out and play a Georgia team like that at home, it's over for them. So, but I still pick Georgia at home. I think Georgia is a more physical team. I think Ole Miss is an offensive team and come out try to pass, but I think.
What's the spread in that game, Jeff?
7.5 going towards Georgia.
Bad man.
Man, I'm talking about you see people moving out of the way when they get the ball to number 0.
That's when you tackle the ankles.
Yeah.
You don't even try to hit them in the knees or you just, especially in the thighs.
Hey, man, he looked like he's trying to get loose tonight, man.
Yeah. He's already scored once, so he's
but he want to get loose.
Yeah, he trying to get a 30, 40 yarder.
He want to show his 40-yard speed.
Yeah.
40-yard dash speed.
Yeah, I hear that some of these guys, hey, we shout out the class of 05. Class of 05, man. Looked like he didn't even try to avoid the guy.
Man, what was that receiver? Maybe that wasn't 05 that they had down here in Marlin a few years ago. It was in the 2000s, though. Was a monster. Ended up going to the league and everything. I know y'all know who I'm talking about in the chat. Y'all jump in the chat. Let me know who I'm thinking of.
His last name Alexander.
Man, monster.
Man.
He was a monster out here in Marlin when I used to watch them back in the day, man. Bulldogs 33-2 lead right now here playing at home in Legion Stadium in front of the home crowd, man. They got it going out here tonight.
You don't pass in this situation. You try to, I guess you do.
Wright's going to roll out, see if he tries to find his brother downfield again. Lets this one go, finds a guy in the end zone once again. Finds a wide open man in the end zone. Another touchdown score.
That's number 4 for Marlin. Let me see who that is.
Kenyon Trotter. Kenyon Trotter. Yeah, man.
How did the Bruceville Eddie guy miss that ball?
I was like, man, he finna throw a pick and give him the other way.
I thought it was a pick myself.
But he ran into the ball as if he knew where it was at.
And I was just saying about number 4 on the sideline. He was down there dancing and wasn't on the field, and he comes out and gets a score.
And sits in the one spot and gets a score.
So everybody's getting in the.
Hey, it's homecoming, baby.
Yeah, he got a little dancing on the sideline. Denario Alexander, that's what I was talking about.
Shout out to Mr. Trotter getting in the end zone and getting his boogie on.
Yeah,
Denario Alexander. He's
a man child. When I used to come out here in Marlin and watch, man.
I think he went to Missouri.
Yeah, went to Mizzou. And spent a little time in the league, too, when he got up there as well. So, man, shout out to one of the best I got to see out here in Marlin for sure. And Denario Alexander, as Marlin puts up another score on the board. We're going to take a look at some more of these college football games here, folks. Still talking some college ball. Rock, what do you think about that Georgia and Ole Miss before we move on, though?
I think you got to take Georgia in that game. I think they play the better competition. They have the better talent. I really like the guy at quarterback for Ole Miss.
Yeah, Chambliss.
But Georgia may just be too physical of a matchup for for him. You know what I mean? You won't be able to run him the way that you ran him against in previous teams. He may not last if he runs against Georgia that way.
Exactly.
There's some big, fast men in Georgia.
Yeah.
But I think Georgia's the better team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I think Georgia wraps that one up. Wayne, we coming to your backyard, man. Tech got Arizona State tomorrow at Arizona State. Tech is a 6.5-point favorite. I'll take Tech to win, and I'm going to take Tech to cover in this one, man. What I've seen out of their defense, usually watching this Tech team, and Wayne, obviously, you know, you've played for them and watched them for years now. It's usually the offense that's leading the way.
Yeah.
It is not the case this year. That defense is something to be reckoned with that year, starting with that defensive line especially, and a couple of those linebackers, guys, we got to talk to Rocky at Big 12 Media Day as well. I'll take Tech to cover in this one tomorrow. Wayne, what you think your Red Raiders got?
Man, it's a great opportunity for the Red Raiders, man. And it's all led by the defense. As Miami loses tonight, so we can move up in those rankings. And depending on whatever else happens tomorrow, we need to win, and we need to win big so we can move up in the rankings. But I got my Red Raiders. Like you said, defense travels, offense not so much. But we have been able to run the ball and sustain the ball and do what we needed to do. We've had a balanced attack on offense, but it's been led by our big money defense.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, Walker, this is one of those years where I think if we were to go back and could just completely re-rank teams from the just take
from the beginning.
From that, just remove resumes, remove history from the teams. I believe if you did that, there's no doubt Texas Tech would be a top 5 team.
Yeah,
if you did that, based on how they played, how they played.
If we go on based on how they played, and you knew we had these expectations, and everybody said this because why? Because we went out and got some guys on defense. Look at that run.
Yeah, that was a big-time run there from RG3.
That's what I've been saying all. That's what I've been saying all.
I said QB power in the first quarter. You got a 6-6
lead. Quarterback lead. But then too, you probably got the third team out there too.
Yeah.
I see. My man Bryson is on the sideline.
I mean, you see
chilling.
a couple of starters.
Oh, yeah.
You see number one. You see a couple of starters on the sideline right now.
So it's pretty. It's easier pickings out there right now.
Yeah. When Zero's not out there on the field, it gets a little bit easier for him as we're nearing towards the end of that third quarter. But yeah, Tech looking like one of the best teams in the nation, not just in the Big 12, in the nation, man. And personally, I don't see Tech losing until they get into conference championship / playoff type of play, because the way that they're playing, nobody in the Big 12 can withstand that defensive line or their run. I mean, Cameron Dickey ran for 260 last week.
Yeah. So it's all coming together.
That's what I see about with Tech.
Yeah.
With Tech, I see them being able to move the ball on the ground and through the air, and they have a defense that can really play however you want to play. If you're a running team, they have defensive linemen that are good against the run. If in fact you want to air it out, they have several pass rushers that can really put pressure on the quarterback. I think they have a really good offense, but I think their offense just hasn't been asked to do a whole lot.
And a lot of QB injuries too.
And then, man, everything that's coming out of Lubbock and everything that I'm hearing from alma mater is, man, it's a team. They don't care about who get the accolades. And that's what a team is all about. It's all about winning and trying to take it, because they're trying to make believers out of people.
They also have some guys that they paid that haven't hit the field yet.
Exactly.
Like one of the guys we interviewed hadn't even hit the big safety. I haven't seen him on the field.
He got a fumble. He got a fumble recovery last week out there. But yeah, they got guys like you said, a lot of depth. The guys on the bench.
Now what they did do, Walker, is they got some FCS guys from some prominent FCS programs that had made all conference and all American. And so they got some guys and some older guys too.
Man,
similar to Indiana.
Hey man, they got some guys that's sitting on the bench that's getting paid $100,000 this year.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bench.
Some of them making more than that.
And like you say, they've had $1 million wide receiver that they've had to accept back into the
Yeah,
fold.
that's what I'm saying.
And he
Yeah.
hadn't seen much action yet.
Exactly.
A lot of money
he was
on the
the number
bench.
one receiver in the whole state.
Yeah.
And so he hadn't played, but he's been playing. But they had a right mentality too, man. And the right mentality is we don't care who does the job, long as the job gets done.
Yeah.
And that's the right mentality to have when you're trying to go out and you're trying to win national championships or you're trying to win a conference championship first.
Let me ask you this, Wayne. How is this blueprint that Texas Tech has set? How long can they sustain it? And is there other teams out there that can replicate?
Yeah, it's going to be duplicated. I mean, success is always duplicated. You know, you just think about it. It's success. When you have a team that's successful and they do it a certain way, then guess what? Everybody else is going to try to do it. I mean, it's just like when we say the NFL is a copycat league, so is college.
But the reason why I ask, what's going to make it a little more difficult is that there's only going to be one window. So what do you think that will make it a little more difficult for?
It's just going to make your decision early. That's all that is. I mean, now you got guys that's going out and they scouting right now. They scouting guys right now. So as soon as that window opens, guess what?
What is it going to be?
Those guys
January
are
2nd through January 16th is what the window is?
Those guys are going to be identified. And you're going to have some guys that's going to say, hey, I'm not going to a college bowl game because guess what? You know, well, college bowl games will be over with. But you'll have some
guys. What you say they're not going to go to a bowl game because they know they're going to transfer and they don't want to risk injury.
Right, right. Yeah. I can go get paid $300,000 going here and playing. So, man, all they're gonna do is they're gonna change the way they do things, and with that window, they just gonna start committing early. And success is always duplicated. It's a copycat league. So then you have teams like Penn State who's paying a coach what?
$58 million to bounce.
$58 million to leave. $58 million to leave. Then another coach that they're gonna bring. Shoot, hey.
I said it on my show. I come back every day to get fired. You give me 58 million.
Yeah, bye-bye. You know, you had a coach get paid $70 million to leave.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jimbo Fisher ain't even looked for a job since A&M paid him to leave.
Yeah.
He ain't even looked for a job.
He been doing commentary on the SEC network.
Yeah.
But that's what we live in. The universities want to win. So you're gonna have Texas has already got a big budget, right? So now, I mean, Arch Manning and all of these guys, and Texas Tech has a big budget.
What surprised me about Tech is they didn't spend their money at quarterback.
Yeah.
They didn't spend their money at quarterback. They kept the guys that they already had.
And Will Hammond.
Yeah. Well, they had a coach that identified what he really wanted to what he thought would really be successful with that program, and that's defense. This guy won state championship, so he knows how to get it done.
Yeah, and I remember the state championship he won. He actually had a wide receiver playing quarterback because the quarterback got hurt the third game of the season. If you remember that season, they were pretty much running QB power the whole game.
That's what they ran on us when they beat us the game before state in 2013.
Yeah, so
whole lot of QB power.
So, I mean, you got a guy that knows how to get it done. He just moved up a level, so now he said, hey, he tweaked it a little bit. He came to college, and now you got big money donors, and so now you can go out and get what you want. So, hey, if you can go out and get me what I want, I identify this guy as a guy that can come in and play in my program, and I want him. Let's go give him $1 million and let him come on to Texas.
Remind me this: who brought Coach McGuire into Baylor? Was it Matt Rule or was it?
It was Matt Rule.
It was under the Rule era.
It was Matt
when
Rule.
he took him. He went and got him first. Matter of fact, from Cedar Hill, brought him onto that staff to learn because he knew the area already.
Well, he knew the area, and he was over the Texas college football coaches.
Yeah, he was.
And so he thought that would be good for recruiting. Okay, so because he had a relationship with all the high school coaches in Texas, so I mean that's a good strategy to have.
Yeah.
And so then he goes to Baylor, and then
win a Big 12 championship.
Under Rule. Rule leaves. He stays with
Aranda.
And now, Texas Tech coming running and getting them. Because when all this was done, the guy that I wanted Texas Tech to hire was Art Brown, since he's a guy that went to Texas Tech. He's a guy that coached at Texas Tech. So I wanted them to bring him back. But they didn't want to make that they didn't want to risk that because of all the things that he's done. So, they didn't. They let him go and they bring in McGuire. I'm mad about the situation because I'm thinking, hey, if you really want to win, you'll bring in a successful coach. But it's worked out quite different from what I thought.
Yeah, Joe McGuire been doing his thing. Let's a couple more score updates real quick before we go back to a couple of these college football games. We've got some final scores. Temple final score against Killeen, 28-14 win.
Did Waco High come back?
Much needed win. Waco High did score a touchdown, but 56-7 is the score in the fourth quarter. Belton and University in a great game right now. Belton up 27-25 at the top of the fourth quarter in that game. So real battle going on out there in South Waco. La Vega 38-17 lead with 2 minutes left to go over China Springs. Robinson 38-27 lead on the Connally Cadets as they're going into the fourth quarter. Gatesville 42-14 lead over Lorena. As we look at District 12, any surprises in there with the 3 games going on in District 12? Vegas up 38-17 on China Spring. Robinson up 38-27 on Connally, and then Gatesville up 42-14 on Lorena. Any surprises tonight from District 12?
The one we picked.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's.
And that's not necessarily a surprise because they're 5-1. Lorena was 2-4.
We thought Lorena could hold serve at their place.
Have some resurgence to this season.
Yeah, Gatesville did play La Vega pretty tough, probably tough as
anybody else.
So, La Vega is pretty tough. We gave Lorena a puncher's chance because they were at home.
And their offense has been dynamic all year, but no really surprises out of there.
How did that pillow fight go in?
With Connally and Robinson. Yeah. Robinson up 38-27 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, it turned out a little better than I thought.
Yeah, it's a little better than the pillow fight.
And you said that Connally would control the game with the running game, and I thought they may score more points than 38 considering.
Robinson, Robinson.
I keep telling you to listen to me. I think I know a little bit about this game.
Just a little bit.
Man, you was just fast, man.
He said he was just fast.
Well, I mean, if we want to get into it, I used to beat him on Madden too.
He said I came to your lane and got you up there too, as well.
No. He the one put me on the game. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I put him on the game. He'd come over. It'd be 7, 8 o'clock. He wouldn't leave at 3 o'clock in the morning, man.
Trying to get a win, man.
I've done that many a times myself, man. Them late nights on Madden for sure. It looks like Bruce Vaetti trying to get some offense going here. They're in the red zone. They got 8 minutes to do it, and I don't think that clock is going to stop. I think they might have went to the bathroom. They're going to let that clock run all the way to the end.
They're trying to get a cosmetic touchdown is what they call it.
Cosmetic touchdown. A couple of these college games.
I got a cosmetic touchdown.
They did. It's 56-7. They said we're not going to get skunked here playing at Leo Buckley. They said they're going to. Minnesota up 21-6 on Nebraska.
Oh, man, that's not going well.
That's not going well if you pick Nebraska in that game tonight. Good old donation, what we like to call it, here on Friday Night Flex. Texas is playing Kentucky tomorrow. I think we all expect. It looks like Bruce Vaetti. That cosmetic touchdown you just talked about, Rock. They put one up on the board, get a score up, making it 40-8 now with 7.5 and ticking left to go here in this game. Yeah, they ain't stopping. They went to the bathroom, man. They're not going to. That thing, in 7 minutes, the game will be over. So I'm going to get the rest of these college games in before they kick us out the stadium. Texas and Kentucky tomorrow. I think we all like Texas to win this game. Do you think Arch Manning has figured something out going into this? That was the talk all week long. Did Arch Manning figure it out with his win against Oklahoma? My answer was no, but I'd like to see what you guys say and think about, did Arch Manning figure it out?
He didn't figure it out. He improved.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
He didn't turn the ball over.
Yep.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like I told you, the game before, Arch proved in Florida that he was one tough son of a gun. I think through that he inspired his team, not necessarily from his production, but his willingness to do it and to play for his team. going to the Oklahoma game, I think at that point, Sark understands what Arch truly is, right? And he puts together a game plan that Arch can carry out.
It's got to be tailored toward him.
And not what you think he can do,
Yeah.
what he's
Capable of doing.
Yeah, what he's capable of doing. And I think long as they're able to keep, because Arch really has to just keep it on the track. You know what I mean? If he keeps it in the fairway, keeps it on the track, they're going to be just fine against Kentucky.
Yeah.
They could have trouble against more talented
Still got
teams.
A&M, Georgia, teams like that. Those would be a struggle.
But you got to give yourself a chance by not turning the ball over.
Absolutely.
And putting yourself in bad situations.
Yeah, I agree. I think Arch, just keep him in the pocket like you guys said. Let him do the things that he's shown he can do, not the things that Sark thinks Arch Manning can do. So I think they'll be just fine tomorrow. Tennessee is going to Alabama tomorrow. Tennessee, a number 11 team in the country. Alabama, number 6. Both teams coming in at 5-1. Alabama's got some big-time wins, though, in the SEC. They've already beaten the Georgia team and a couple other big opponents. They're favored by 7.5 at home tomorrow. Who do y'all like with Alabama and Tennessee, Wayne? I'll go to you first.
I'm taking Alabama. I think Alabama and Ty Simpson has figured it out.
Yeah.
So
seriously.
So I'm taking Alabama, but as soon as I say that, man, Tennessee will come up to Alabama, man. And then we'll be having a different story next week.
I'm taking Alabama.
But I'm taking Alabama.
Crimson Tide, I'm with y'all. I'm taking the Crimson Tide. And shout out to Ty Simpson, because I was not a believer through the first few games of the season. I'm starting to turn into a believer with Ty Simpson, man. He's playing some really, really good football. So is Joey Aguilar on the other side for Tennessee. But just too much Bama in this one for me. In the Crimson Tide. Old-time rivalry matchup, USC and Notre Dame. USC number 20 in the nation, Notre Dame number 13 in the nation. Notre Dame is favored. They're playing at home by 9.5. I like Notre Dame on the win, but I don't like them on the 9.5 point spread. I think it'll be closer than that. USC's got a pretty high-powered offense. But what's your guys' opinion on this, Rock? What you think about USC and Notre Dame?
I'm with you. I take Notre Dame. I think the 9 is quite a bit, in my opinion. I can't take the 9. But I also can't take USC to cover.
Yeah.
So I stay away from that.
I'm taking Notre Dame and the points.
And the points, okay.
Yeah, because I just think at home and there they played the more physical schedule. And I think they're more physical, and I think their defense is better.
You think old touchdown Jesus is going to take care of it?
I think they running backs, man. I think they can control the line of scrimmage. I think they running backs.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame will come out fine in that game.
I think Marlin still passes.
Tried to hit him down the road there. I think that was to his brother once again. His brother-to-brother action. Down there, so you might as well help your brother get his stats up while you got some. Hey, man, they ain't stopping the clock, so it don't matter.
I don't want to get an injury at this point.
Yeah. Exactly. You got the win. It's all it's in the bag.
I'm playing scared.
Hey, man, they trying to make him say uncle, man.
Yeah.
When they say mercy.
Yeah. Last one here on the college slate, BYU. Well, one of the last ones. I got one more after this. BYU and Utah. Battle of, I don't know what they call Utah out there. The battle of something out there in Utah. BYU
They call it the Holy War.
Yeah, the Holy War. Between, no comment on that one. Utah is a 3.5 point favorite against BYU, even though they're playing at BYU. Who do y'all like in this one with BYU and Utah tomorrow?
I'm taking BYU.
At home. They're undefeated on the season. No losses.
I'm taking BYU.
I got Utah. I think Utah is the second best team in the Big 12, no doubt about it. I saw them play Tech. They played Tech pretty tough, and I believe they'll handle BYU pretty good.
It's a rivalry game.
Rivalry game. I'm with you though, Rock. I'm taking Utah on this one. The battle.
No, it's the Holy War.
Which one of them holy? I ain't even go let them pick on that one. Last one, a hometown game rivalry tomorrow.
Good, clean people.
Yeah, because
they don't allow drinking, sexing, or nothing
in front of people. They don't allow. Y'all know some people went to BYU.
Man, you go to BYU. I know people went to BYU and they signed contracts that they wouldn't see.
Ain't Baylor supposed to be holy too? I know some.
They don't sign contracts.
Okay, yeah, they ain't signed a contract to send. My bad.
Did you visit me while you walked? Oh, okay.
You ain't go with him out there. He said I ain't want no parts of that.
I already knew what that was about. I threw that nut in the trash.
Hey, they had some non-negotiables on there.
Hey, I think Chelsea could have made it work, man. He could get it without you. He could have made it work.
They had some non-negotiables on there. Hey, one more here on the college slate before we get out of here, because it's 2-minute warning right now, but they getting ready to turn the lights off here in Marlin, Texas, here at Legion Stadium. But some Big 12 games that are going to be big tomorrow. One of them being Baylor versus TCU, big-time rivalry matchup there. They're playing at TCU out there at 11 o'clock tomorrow. TCU's 2.5-point favorite. Baylor, this is going to be high-powered offense going against each other. Sawyer Robinson versus Josh Hoover. Y'all know I'm taking Baylor in this game with the plus 2.5. But I'll lean to the people that aren't Baylor fans and can give their analysis on it. Who do y'all like tomorrow in Baylor versus TCU?
I take Baylor on this one. I think TCU coming off a defeat. Did they win last week?
No, they lost last week.
Yeah, coming off that defeat.
To Kansas State at that.
I just didn't see their season get any better. I think Baylor will beat them. I think Baylor has good offense. And Baylor's played some big-time games.
Yeah. Waco, you liking this one tomorrow? The Horned Frogs and the Bears battling TCU. 2.5 going towards TCU. Not much to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Baylor a lot more than I've seen TCU. I'll take Baylor.
2.5 points, man. I'm taking Baylor in the plus 2.5 tomorrow. Those are some of our college picks for tomorrow. Folks, they got a running clock here going on in Marlin, so we're pretty much out of time here today on Friday Night Flex. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. Fellas, what do y'all think about the homecoming experience here with the Bulldogs coming out? We got class of everybody. I see some of the stands clearing out. There might be some parking lot people going on out there.
What a great experience, man. I didn't think I would experience.
Hey, meet me at the hitching post. That's what I say.
You gonna be out there in the dark.
You gonna be by yourself, man. I'm finna get me an Uber home. I roll with this guy. I'm getting me an Uber home.
It's a couple people still left in the chat. Y'all let us know. Y'all still go to the hitching post over there? Or what's the after spot out here in Marlin, Texas? We won't be there, but maybe y'all can find you something else going.
But you'll see Rocky there.
There as well. But no, we've had a tremendous time here in Marlin, Texas. Lots of hospitality. I love the new facilities that they built here. Next time when we come back, fellas, maybe the elevator will be working. They said it was to be determined with the elevator. But final score here is the zeros go on to the clock. The Bulldogs get a win, 40-8 in this game. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here today on Friday Night Flex. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to our new watchers here on Centex Sports Network. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Tomorrow we got MCC Volleyball right here on Centex Sports Network. So make sure you guys getting ready to tune in for that as well. Signing off here tonight, Jalen Gillis, Wayne Walker, and Rocky Miller. We will see you guys next week on Friday Night Flex. Everybody have a great evening.
Gillis, founder and CEO of Lighthouse Streaming. Over the last 4 years, we've had some tremendous successes, none of which could have been accomplished without you, our clients, and our viewers. From my family and the staff of Lighthouse Streaming, thank you.